my intro, and then I'll come back and say, hey, because we got something to show today. Oh, Spanky, what did it do?
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season, time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time I'll never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
Alrighty, let me get this out of the way, and I can say hi to everybody, and we can get into this because I'm going to spend the afternoon in the pool with the kids. That's why I'm coming live right now, and then I'm coming back after burnt toast tonight, and going to finish up the lawsuit and the clips that I have, to show you what Betty said, and then show you the clips of what really happened, and y'all can make up your own minds. So let me bring this up so I can say hi, because it's not easy on the laptop. Okay, why won't you show my live? What is going on? Ugh. Anyway, can y'all believe it? Spanky? Spanky got some kahunas, maybe. Well, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Um, but he's actually come out. about and said, no, that wasn't breaking news, Betty, and it's not true, and you can't tell people that. Betty was pissed. Her chat was telling her, and that's how I found out about it. Um, her chat was telling her that, Justin was saying she was wrong and called her out, and she's like, Justin did. Well, see, that's why I pulled away from all them people. I'm not about that drama and all the misinformation and stuff they're doing. I am on my own. I don't need no. I'll play it for you after we play because I'm not playing this whole live with Justin's because I don't want to put everybody to sleep before lunchtime. But I am going to play some of it, the important parts. Who knows what we'll listen. My goodness, Helen, good to see you. How are you? Hey, Hope, how are you feeling? You never did tell me how it went the other day with your checkup. Hey, Shorty. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Josh. Skip to Marlo. Um, Owen Hart's death. Yeah, I remember that, Brittany. I remember when that happened. I mean, it didn't happen, it didn't happen in the ring or not, but I remember when all that happened. Yeah, I might still have some stuff on that. I'll look and see if I do. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Be Still. Hey, Becca. Hi, Andy. Lady K talks. Love the name. Like the avatar too. Hey, Scout. Hey, the world Seth Roger Shaley. Hey, let's be honest. Good to see you. Hey, blank screen. Hey, Lady Starfire. A lady's habit. I am here. About time. I love it. You guys come up with the names, I swear. Okay, why is my chat just being wanky? Come on, YouTube. Just cooperate for what? Hey, it's me, Amberly. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Hey, Katrina. It's good to see you, Helen. I miss talking to you. You're just so busy all the time now. I hope all's good. My cat, where did he go? I'm not playing Betty first because Sir Duke will bite the hell out of me. He's not in a good mood this morning. Sir Duke rules the house. We all know this, right? But he's gonna rip my cords out if he hears that cat. He just can't handle that cackle. He just he can be dead asleep. I mean, out like a light bulb. If that cackle's turned up and he hears it, he's up over here on me. So we're gonna do Spanky first. I don't feel like getting bit and clawed today. That's a shame. My cat's so spoiled. He really is. He really is. And what's funny is Justin is weird, man. Now y'all know he has 3 YouTube channels and TikTok. He was, following suit with Betty with all these channels. Um, but I don't understand how he clarifies himself or classifies himself as true crime because a real true crime channel doesn't do the drama. At none of it would not even get up there and say the things he does about his what he thinks is factual and what he thinks that no, he distorts the facts to fit his narratives. And I'm sorry, but a real true crimer would stick with the facts, not make shit up as you go along. This isn't an etch a sketch; it's real life. You can't draw it as you go along. I haven't even watched nothing he's done on the Soto case because I know I'll get beyond pissed. Mm. And then he makes these. He is such a child. Who the hell does he think he is that he can distort the parents of a missing child and make fun of them? And then wait, he has these buttons that they open it a bit more today to breed it. I hope. She would have used the back on it. They just say it's going to take longer to heal just hopefully. Wow, I'm sure. Um, oof, I don't know about that, but that sucks. I've been there. Um, now I lost my train of thought totally. Oh, Josh, thank you. Thank you for your support, Josh. I really do appreciate it. You are very supportive, and I really appreciate that. Welcome back to Poolside. And the pool is been ready. Shit, I forgot to turn the solar system down. That damn thing got like uh, uh, a hot tub. It's like I had a gigantic hot tub in my backyard. Yeah, so I had to turn it to cooling, and it takes days to cool it down because it's so hot down here, and we had nothing but humidity and heat. Josh, oh, thank you so much. Wow. Oh, Shorty, thank you too. Everybody who got a gifted membership, please thank Josh. He is so sweet. He's very supportive. Very. But welcome to Poolside, everybody. You are now a misfit diver. Or you can be a SpongeBob, or a Patrick, or a Mr. Krabs, or a Squidward. I mean, whatever floats your boat. Hey, I got sandies, I got squirrels. All I gotta do is put a damn helmet on them things. One of them, and they'll be under the pool too. Yeah, no, I don't allow no critters in my pool. My dog is not allowed in my pool. I'm very funny about that. My dog gets bathed every week, but and sometimes more than once a week. But yeah, no, I'm no, I'm very finicky about my pool. No, no, mm-mm. Love my fur babies, but they have their own little pool. But I did. I forgot to turn the damn thing down. I had it on like 95. It felt like a freaking 110. It was so hot you couldn't even you didn't want to be in it. It wasn't relaxing for me. So yeah, no. So now we had to put stuff in to treat the water, of course. Um, because I didn't get too hot for a swimming pool because yeah, I didn't pay attention. But now everything's cool and well, it came down a little bit, but yeah, that's a mistake I don't usually make because I know how hot it gets down here. Okay, now Justin cracks me up. Justin cracks me up. He puts he does his thumbnail. For once, he actually well, yeah, he did. He put Chris and Katie on it, and of course, used AI to alter the pictures. I mean, he's such a freaking idiot. And those disgusting buttons he has, someone needs to take them and shove them right down his throat and let him gag on them for a while. He is so. How does he even think he's true crime? He's a freaking idiot. He's a fucking joke. But he says, let's clear it up. I'll show you. And he's got pictures of the vehicles because, Betty's running with the gossiping neighbor, with what she said, and, is now saying she knows 100% that there was a vehicle in the neighborhood and it was Kathy Bowersock's vehicle. Well, apparently Justin made a comment, and 20 seconds later, Betty went live and ran with it. And these people, but we all know that the only it's just another gossiping neighbor, and she referenced the fake neighbor, which I'm the one that called that out. That that was not a neighbor of Chris and Katie's. I know because I spoke to that man. That was a sub, Mark W. Why he went on there and did that, I have no idea. I don't think it's the first time he's done stuff like that. Um, but yeah, definitely not a neighbor of Chris and Katie's. Hey, Debbie Doodles. Hey, Tracy. Toe Beans. Love the name. Hey, Motor City Dog. Jean Ann. Hey. Watcher, watcher. How these names? Okay, so he says, let's clear it up. And Betty, of course, always titles her stuff breaking news. And we all know, there's no breaking news. Um, Betty would lose her shit if she actually had breaking news to report. The twice that she's, well, more than twice, but the twice that stick out when she thought she had breaking news with the fake Layla Centineo sighting, and then the stuff she did with Monkey Bond, she lost her shit. She couldn't handle it. She, we reviewed it. Betty, you couldn't handle live breaking news like that. You couldn't. You proved it. But we're going to review. I just wanted to take a break in this.
What happens to your skin when you soak in baking soda?
Get into the hardcore. Just have some laughs, and then we'll get back to the lawsuit. Like I said, I will come back to take my in this, and the kids want to go swimming, and yeah. So, hey, Lurker, how are you? Tracy Betts fans of idiots have the most idiotic conspiracy theories. I'd be embarrassed to put that issue right. Yeah, she reads her so-called emails or messages from her coffee club. Yikes. Mm. Oh, we're not doing no intro. Hell to the no. I mean, I think my intro's too long.
Let's take it slow.
I want to get a new one. I like the song on it, but I want to get a shorter one because I think even mine's too low, being like 3.5 minutes. These people do 15, 20-minute freaking intros. They're not kidding. I'm like, oh, hell to the no.
Oh, where you go, I go
He bounced from
too.
one thing to the next. He just did an intro of him doing stupid shit and cases, and now he jumps into a song.
And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down.
Look at never.
Who cares where we got it?
Holy
The
shit,
taillight looks.
dude. Oh, I don't know who gave him buzzer. Damn, he goes from one to the other. This is insane.
Breaking new details in Sebastian Rogers' case.
Okay, we gotta take his buttons. We have got to take his buttons. There is not enough gummies or green in that dear bowl to get me through this. Nope. OPP Jen for welcome OPP. I think I'm saying it right. Yeah. Oh well, thank you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mine was 3.5 minutes was too long. Um, I wish I could shorten it, but I can't do the 15, 20 minute. I'm, you lost me. I'm out. I'm checking out. I'm jumping into the next chat. And a lot of times I don't stay. I bounce in and out. Um, but yeah, I can't do that. And some of them are good though. But I just, his bounces all over the place. Spanky's bounces all over the place.
There is no new breaking details in Sebastian Rogers' case. Oh my God. If you was here with my last live earlier, I said I owned an Infinity once upon a year. And I don't know, 20 minutes.
You were doing better with your makeup, Justin, but your cheeks are too rosy. Tone the cheeks down a little bit. Just saying. And it looks like your one eyelashes went on crooked. Hey, I suck at putting them on, so I get it. But anyway, and maybe take your brow down a little bit more. The hairline's going back some, so you want to. Anyway, but go ahead. Do you?
Minutes later, breaking news. Breaking news.
Hi, Rihanna.
Breaking news, everyone. I said, oh,
Hey, Marcy.
the tail light looks a little similar. That's all I said.
After I left, what happened?
Someone emails Betty.
Damn.
Oh my God, you gotta look
It
at
was all
this.
quiet. I thought they were getting
Flashing
ready
across.
to. I thought he was getting ready to end. I had to leave anyway because I had to get ready to do this. But hey, Daddy's baby girl. Hey, running bear. That's crazy. So it took a left real quick, huh? Wow. When I left, we were talking about ranch dip and stuff, ranch seasoning. Man, I buy that shit. I use the hell out of that shit. I use it in everything. It tastes great on grilled meats too.
The screens. Breaking news in Sebastian. New details in Sebastian Rogers' case. So, one of you guys
Where
was
the
in
hell's my
there,
mic? Was I sounding muffled?
and
My mic was clear on top of my head almost. I'm sorry. I was probably sounding all bad and shit. Hey, Tracy.
said, "Oh, you mean
Yeah, maybe.
Justin
OPP.
just showed that a few minutes ago?" But I looked at what she was doing. What?
She always
Oh
steals your
God, these
content.
people, man.
Well, he's
These
pissed at
people.
Betty. I mean, God forbid Betty make you look any dumber than you already are. I mean, it's not too far fetched that you would say this kind of stuff yourself, Spanks. Is the problem Betty beat you to it? Or is the problem that Betty's making you look stupider than her? Or trying to. But, that's really hard to do. She didn't succeed, by the way. But you put out just as much misinformation and disinformation in any case that you touch. Primarily children is what you concentrate on, which is really weird. It kind of weirds me out a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. But okay, but keep calling Betty out. Come on.
Let me explain here.
Do you have to? Guys, it's going to be
Jesus
painful, but we
Christ.
got to listen.
These people.
These people.
All right, so let's.
I need a bowl.
Where's the video at? Where's the video?
You don't want to tell me? Never mind.
I'm going to show you that. To show
Josh.
you that, first of all, Kathy has a Kit Infinity QX80.
I do not. I don't even own an Infinity. Have never owned an Infinity. So you're wrong. Joking. I know who he's talking about. He's talking about Chris's mama.
And it is
Just
a
so happens we're both Kathy.
2019. It took them
You
1
got
hour to figure that out.
Most traditional buy now, pay later options have 4 fixed payments that stack higher and higher with every.
Spanky, you know he
And-
got a commercial up or added up to death. You know that. It's going to be painful.
And
but we have to suffer through some of it. Hey, Phoenix, to hear him finally get to calling out Betty. You know how slow he is, and it takes forever. But he's going to get there. He's actually going to say her name.
Katie has, hold on, what year does she have? A 2017 QX60.
So
The QX80, that's the kind of vehicle I had, which was very similar. She's still looking at a 2023. God, East Texas chick, you have no idea. The best thing that me, JLR, she's still looking at a 2023. God, East Texas chick, you have no idea. The best thing that
I was muted. That is excitement for Justin. Did y'all watch his face? Sorry, I was muted. Um, that is his. That's why I backed it up so you could watch his reaction again when his chat was telling him, "Hey, Betty still got the year and the model wrong." That is as excited as he gets. That's yeah. Time to
me,
speed you up there, dear boy.
JLR, hopefully Olivia, ever did, was that place. Yeah. So in this video, I want to
Hey,
show you
Teresa.
that you cannot see the back end of the car that
Justin, this didn't require a live. We know not to believe anything Betty says. It's only taken Betty 3.5 months to figure out that you know sh- there was video in the first place about a car. All right, she's a little behind the eight ball here, but I love that you called her out. Okay.
bear with me. I'm going to make it as big as possible.
Okay.
Credit goes to our very sweet bed crime stories.
Not
I
so
don't want
sweet.
this, I said a light looks very similar, but there are plenty of vehicles out there that a light can look similar.
It Skip.
Doesn't mean anyone is involved.
Yeah, I skipped a minute. I remember when that happened. Hey, Misty. For crying out loud, I'm in the South and we talk slow, but heavens. Oh, yeah, I'm going to speed them up again, but I'm going to skip through some of it because if not, everyone's going to be asleep. And I don't want to put you all to sleep on a beautiful afternoon. So, but
With the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers,
mm,
that would no, that's not the way it works.
oops. Ouch, Betty.
Okay, so let me.
Attention
Oh my
retirees,
gosh,
if you're
he's got
willing to
his
be at your
ads on double
computer from
time.
9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. on most
How does he get so many ads? Do they do that to my
Show it
channel?
here. All right. So as you can see
I mean, I don't
here,
mind. They make a
we're
couple
looking at
pennies
this
off
right
the
here.
ads. Take it. Shit.
Let me
But
make
damn,
myself smaller.
YouTube be adding up certain channels. Hey,
So we're
Christina.
looking at this vehicle right here. This vehicle is going to light up, right? It's going to get brighter. And that is because
Okay.
there is a vehicle behind it.
There is?
You're going to see a light at
Mm,
the very end of this truck,
okay.
and you're going to see a headlight
Okay, but Betty
or
said
some
that's
type
an
of light.
SUV, not a truck. So
you
is
go.
that a truck or an SUV? A pickup looks different than an SUV. They don't look the same. So which is it?
Now,
Okay.
this
What is that?
is what we see.
Oh, interesting. You have no idea what you're saying.
This, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hold on. Let me look at something here.
Okay, just get on with Betty. Come on. We
I'll
don't
show you
need
the
all
difference.
this.
See how it lights? Well, it darkens.
Well, it can't light and darken at the
Right.
same time. Make up your mind.
Now, the only thing we see
Is what?
is
Could it be a reflection light? I know. That doesn't look like a tail light.
that.
Okay. Yeah. It's awful high for a tail light. By the way. I mean, it's even up almost completely up
That's it.
that vehicle. So they're not even on the same road together. Most likely, if that's what it is. But okay, you do you. But come on, get on with Betty.
Bear with me, guys.
I'm trying. We'll be asleep in
along
3.4
with the
seconds.
note to try to make sure this is all very clear. I'm going to play the videos in the order that she described them.
Exactly. Jesus Christ, I give up with these people.
Oops. He's not happy with Betty. Hey, Electro.
See, there is some type of car behind here because it does light up.
It does?
Right.
Sebastian and
So this will be dark
Mm-hmm.
and then it will kind of light up.
his neighbors' houses. Okay, that's what the note says. Now I'm going to share the videos again along with the note to try to make sure this is all very clear. I'm going to play the videos in the order that she described them.
Okay. Where he's got the red squiggles up here, that appears to be a pickup, but I'm no expert. But Betty says it's an SUV and it's Kathy Bauer socks because Justin said so. But that's not what Justin said. I might speed. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because.
See if I can get a screen record here.
What do you need to screen record
See,
for?
it just lit up. Just lit up.
Okay.
Right there. Now,
is that a car on the road?
let me check something. If I have a screen recorder on here.
Might be traffic.
Okay, I do.
Okay. Come on.
Let me see if I can screen record this.
For what? What do you need to screen record it for? You have it right fucking there. Get on with it. Okay, that's a number 3. Wow, that's a bad number 3, dude. It looked like a squiggly line.
Okay.
So is that number 5 in the yellow circle?
Here, so let me see if I can.
Okay, bye. We're going to fast forward. Okay.
Okay, maybe I need to redo it because this isn't. I really want people to understand this.
Okay. That's not a pickup truck.
Okay, full screen. We'll do full screen.
It doesn't look like one.
Maybe we'll do an area.
I don't know what it is. I don't care. It's not Kathy Bauer socks.
It's very important people understand this.
Okay.
That they don't find something fake.
Oh, ouch. Betty, he called you fake.
That she described them.
What are you doing?
You cannot tell.
You can't. You're right. You can't.
That is anything.
No.
Okay. Did that record? Is it recording?
Oh shit. So
how do people know if this thing's recording or not? Oh, well, shit.
Yeah, I have the timestamps. I wanted to give context to what he was why he was calling her out. I even took notes, man.
I'll show you something here in just a second, guys. I apologize. I just could not believe this. Okay. Now,
Okay, so that was the 34-second video. I'm going to play it again for you. This is the video clip that shows the mystery.
all right. Now, what we're going to do is use our brain. Let's use our brain, people.
Betty, use your brain. He's
I'm doing
talking
this
to you this
live,
whole
so
video.
this takes a little bit of time.
We know.
Okay. Now we're going to go to Canva.
Okay, why? What are you gonna do?
And I'm going to show you guys some things.
Are you really going to this extreme to prove Bullhornbetty wrong? It's Bullhornbetty, Spanky. Okay.
Let's download this.
That's not. Let's fast forward.
Saying, oh shit.
Yeah, she said you're full of shit. She did.
I just can't believe these. All right.
Wait.
It recorded me saying, oh shit. I just can't believe these. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
give away
another
this
ad.
incredible
Jeez,
$4,000.
man.
Wait, no, not this one. This
I
incredible.
swear they only add up some channels.
All right. Now it's recording. All right. So this right here, finally.
You know what that is?
But now that I even see it closer, reminded me of my QX80 that I had. It had a very distinctive infinity taillights wrap around the side. Those do not.
You can't tell what kind of tail light, if that's a tail light, or what kind of vehicle or that tail light's on. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? But okay.
I don't know if it does or not. I mean, to me, it did look like an infinity light. However,
oh, traders, last night I got away with an hour, almost 2 hours before they realized that, hey, this isn't, but I have been in their chats. I just don't chat, but on TikTok, it shows anybody that is watching your live, even if you don't officially join in, It took them like 2 hours and they finally blocked me, but I got enough of it. I got them, man, it pissed me off when they were showing Savage's pictures and talking ish. I sent a link to the video because I had to do a private live to record it. Because those girls stay on for 8 to 10 hours at a time or more, and they'll sit there for an hour or two and not say a word. It's insane. But now that Delta's everybody's attorneys, he's the whole group's attorney, and now they're saying he's a retired DA, a big time retired DA. He's 50 years old, supposedly. I question if he's even an attorney. And if he is, it's got to be the bottom of the barrel, Cracker Jack box type shit. But now he's Tony's and Tony's 2 a.m. girls. He is their attorney that sits there and gets as vile and disgusting as they do, if not worse. So, she kept blocking people that weren't even YouTubers. I was laughing my ass off. She was like destroying her chat. She was down to like hardly anybody because she was blocking people that had nothing to do with YouTube. She just was anybody she didn't recognize, she blocked. Well, there's new people that come in every day. You don't block them just because they're new. You're not going to build an audience that way. It's insane, but I mean, it's not hard to go back in and hi, Vibrator. Small town girl. Cool name. Yeah, I have some of it. I'll play the audio. The only reason I'll play some of the video, which you don't see anything, other than when they're doxing people, when they're showing Savage's pictures, JLR's mugshots, Queens. I'm not going to show that. Even though It's been out here forever. I'm still not going to do it. And I damn sure not going to show Savage's pictures. Because they had no right to even bring her up. She don't bother them people. Nobody's bothering them. All they're doing is reviewing the crap they're putting out. If you're going to put it out, stand on it. Quit being a freaking coward. That loudmouth is just like Betty. She hides behind that screen. Oh, great. Why'd that fall over? I got a ghost? That was weird. The pull net thing just fell off the hook. That never happened. Okay. That was a little breeze, maybe. Yeah, it didn't feel much, but yeah. Anyway. But we'll play that. But let's get back into this.
You can get almost any Japanese vehicle.
Oh, I've been blocked by multiple accounts. And then last night I made up another account and I didn't even join the live. I didn't hit, the join the live. I was just scrolling past because I had a plan of what I was going to do. Hell, I was blocked just for that because she didn't know nobody. It's just ridiculous. She's never going to build. They're not going to build an audience. They're going to lose their audience. But all they do is sit there and get vile and disgusting. They don't have no content. They never have content. All they do is talk about people. And I mean, they say the most disgusting, vile things. It's insane. And they
With
eat
the
constantly.
very blurry, very, 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 very blurry outline. And I could absolutely make it look like it would fit.
Yeah, Trader, she was. It's crazy.
I mean, it is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Carrie, thank you so much for your support, dear.
Cool.
I
Now he's
appreciate
going to
it.
get into Betty
Thank
here.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And please, whoever that was that emailed her what I just went live about and spent 4 hours speaking about more things than just this light. I said, guys, I said, guys, y'all might think I'm a little crazy on this one. Breaking news for other people. So y'all might think I'm a little crazy, but that little tail light, I said, it kind of reminds me of my old car, but not a big deal. Okay. All I ask to that person and to everybody is if you send it to another creator, send them my video so they can get clarification on what moi or any other creator said. You know what I mean? No, it was a person I've never even heard of, to be honest with you. I know all of you guys. So, but I was just like, yeah, context is everything. And she was like, I was like,
well, what the hell was he sitting here saying? Does he not do the same exact thing? Do y'all remember back in the Marvin and Dre scenario, how they heavily edited videos to make it fit the narrative him and Molly were spewing? He's done that in many, many, many things he's covered. What? You regularly take things out of context. You don't want the full context shown because it doesn't fit what you're trying to spew. Are you kidding me?
oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's all I could reply is, oh my God.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I just don't want, someone to like put it out there, and then they're like doing this outline that you really can't even see. And then they're like, well, look, Justin said it right there. I said something.
No, but see, they totally
Less than probably 30 seconds about it.
They totally, like he said, took out of context what he was doing. Hey, W. Smith. And didn't. And Betty just didn't care. Hey, Hazel Eyes, how are you? Hey, Kim. I'm glad he called her out for this. I am, though, because it's showing that, hey, he's starting to wake up and see, because she's Betty since a week before that interview. Betty's vileness has broke the freaking scale, man, with the stuff she's saying about the Proudfoots. I mean, it's beyond Betty. It's every day. I never think she can reach a new low, and she does. And I think he's realizing that. And she did allude, which I'm going to show you, that Justin is the one claiming this when that is not what Justin said.
And that's that. So first of all, just say, hey, and this the person that she was in chat, she said Justin just talked about that 20 minutes ago. So that's all I ask. Just say, hey,
Yeah,
I
I
saw
was
this from
watching Betty's when the chatter said that, and that's when Betty said that she's pulled away from you because, away from all the drama and all that stuff. She's not about that no more. She's only a factual channel. She wouldn't acknowledge that you called her out and she was wrong. She's never going to do that, Justin. You know that.
Justin for All or Sweet Tea with Don B. Anyone, wherever you go.
He says calling cleaner.
Because I don't want my name I work hard. So
Josh, we don't know.
He's
He's several different times. We don't know.
I don't know how she got an outline like that. I mean, it is really, I can put some filters on it and stuff. But, it's still really not going to, do that much. So I'm just going to find I do think it's most probably an SUV of some sort, in my opinion. But that's all. It's not breaking news, y'all. I mean, we find stuff all the time here because we use our brains on this channel. You know what I mean? We really use our brains.
Daddy, he don't
and then it's like some breaking news, and it's not breaking news. It's not. Again, I
check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Up the bazooka for him.
Okay, you ready? All right, 100.
You're making your 10 pennies
There's
today.
clearly a light that comes on. There's clearly a car. Now it's recording. Finally. I can't stand my voice.
I won't touch that one.
But
Traders, I saw that. I watched your stuff. That you did. You shut that riff right on down. Perfect. I love he's doing a wish list. Oh my god.
Got the grayscale on it too much there.
So is he gonna be like T-Rev 757 and only have a little bit of cancer and it's gonna mysteriously just disappear and never need treatment or anything? It's just gonna disappear. Hey, Callie Dime.
But she's got like this outline that is, let me see if I can find a picture of her outline. That she's got. And the thing is,
here.
This is the thing that bothers me, is it's going to convince a lot of viewers that, oh my God, that is that is definitely their car. You know what I mean? Because it looks, for a lot of people who are.
She actually said, without a doubt, 100%, that it was Kathy Bowersock's car. She actually said that. I'm going to play it.
They just think, yeah, certainly. And that is not right. It's just not right to do something like that. Listen, I theorize, speculate, all of that. But we know it is speculation, She told nobody to call TBI or anything like that, but Betty. I don't know. It's just bothersome. It's really bothersome to me. Let me see if I can find it on there. I mean, Kathy she has a 2019 QX80.
You know, Betty has reached the bottom beyond lows when Justin, old Spanky, is calling her out, saying it's not breaking news, saying she's wrong.
It is a much bigger vehicle than the QX60. Might be time she actually came back from the. That was a QX80, Priscilla. And they're very similar vehicles, but
Okay, we got to speed you up.
one is bigger than the other.
I've already got you on 1.25. I'm going to put
Check
you
your
on
text.
1.5. We don't have till Christmas.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
Speeding him up makes him sound normal speed. Hey,
Let me see if
casual
I can find this
observer.
online. Endangered child alert has been issued on behalf of Claiborne
Hey,
County
truth seeker.
Sheriff. What's the name? Oh, okay, Claiborne. October Cooper, year old in Tennessee.
Okay, we're going to move past that. Because I
The
don't.
Rewalk personal exoskeleton enables individuals with SCI.
I don't agree with that.
Beautiful little blonde-haired girl, and
we're going to move past this only because
50
I don't
pounds.
want to do drama
Mimi.
talking about a missing child like that.
Savannah Soto, thank
A
you.
new case.
But
and,
actually,
and that's another reason why he will never be. Hey, Stephanie, true crime. Okay, he's sitting here doing drama with Betty, and he's going to put on a new case. No, you don't do that. Shut that damn live off. Give that child that's missing, that person that's missing, give them the attention they deserve. Do a live on it, but don't do it with the drama with Betty. You're clowns.
Really, we got a pretty good. Someone got a really good license plate number on that one. Yeah. No, it wasn't the Soto case. It was, or she was kidnapped or something. It was that one. That one was crazy. Finally. But really, there's only so much you can get out of this. And let me tell you something.
There's
Toyotas,
actually nothing you can get out of it.
Nissans, Infinities,
Mm-hmm.
all of them look very similar in the back. In fact, now, let me show you something.
There is so many cars that look similar in the back. It's not even funny. You can't tell nothing from this photo, but okay.
Let me show you this, just for instance. You're going to be shocked.
Okay.
Nissan, what is it? Is it Pathfinder? No. Not Pathfinder.
Oh, wait, he's going to throw in mocking
SUV.
Chris and Katie in here, too. Just wait, it gets really gross.
Armada. Let me show you this. For instance. All right. You're going to be like, wow.
And he
Nissan
put up to 5.
Armada and a Infiniti QX80. Why is it taking forever to download?
Oh, Lord.
What the hell? Cool. And while I don't think it would be a coincidence, it could be. Let me flip this. That's a black one. I need a white one, I guess. Crossover is what I meant. Look. This is a QX80. This is a Nissan Armada. Look very similar, don't they? Look very, very similar.
But you can't tell it's either one of them. You can't tell what it is from that photo. But okay.
Here. Let me see. Let's see if I can find it. And
Yeah,
that's
me
because,
too. Me too, Hazel Eyes. Okay. Now he's going to try to make it fit like Betty
right,
showed everybody.
they're so
And
similar.
he's going to show how wrong it was.
They got the same doors, same windows, right? Exact same length. Exact same length. Back. The only thing that's different, William, is the emblem. One is made by Nissan, one is made by Infiniti. They're owned by the same company, but it's just like very similar to a Chevrolet Suburban, a GMC Yukon, and a Cadillac Escalade. Right? Same thing. Pretty much the same thing. Just a few little different. They're the exact same size, everything except for the
Yet Betty stated that it's 100% Kathy Bowersock's car. That proves she was there. That proves that they did it. That they did something to Sebastian. Mm-hmm. The FBI wants Spanky on their team since he can tell what type of car is parked there in the dark on a spot no one parks at. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the emblem and a couple little plastic parts or whatever.
Well,
they use the same factories.
He's doing this to call out Betty because Betty said it is. It's hers. And it proves she was there. And she tried to blame it on Justin. That's where she got the info. She said Justin said, but that's not what Spanky said.
Right. It's close enough. Especially when you only see maybe a light. Yeah, price tag is different. Yeah. Yep, just the bells and whistles.
I wondered what was going to happen with the JLR stuff and Betty because JLR is not going to tolerate people being on her side. Get my meaning? And I just wondered what Spanky was going to do because we all know he's a big fan of JLRs. So he was just sitting back biding his time, waiting for something. And this gave him reason because she said she got it from him and she didn't.
Just, a Suburban, or a Cadillac Escalade is just a soup.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Lisha. Thank you. But yep, Toyota and Lexus, you use the exact same frame. The exact same frame.
You're a car expert now?
So I know people's going to look at that little outline that she did, and they're going to say, oh, that's it. And I'm telling you guys, if there is any way in the world that I can find it, to look, at the photo better, trust me, I'll do it. But I'm not going to tell you guys. Breaking news. My Infiniti is a Mercedes engine. It was a weird crossover. Yep. Yep, you never know. Toyota, Lexus, Nissan, Infiniti. Bingo. Yep. Travel style folding. Wheelchair companies are doing the same thing, but the difference functions are huge. It's bad if you got wheels. If it's got wheels, you're being cheated and paying more than you should. Wow. Didn't know that, Cindy K. That's crazy. But please, if you see anyone that says, oh, that was it. That was it. Justin, can you really keep secrets? Of course. I never tell my sources. Yeah, I've got the Bauer stocks. Let me show you this. I've got it. Hold on. Let me find it here.
Because of the sub count, True Seeker. Or
I've got so
Josh,
much information.
Because of the
might
sub
just
count.
be better just to look at yours. I see you. Like here's what, Katie's van.
Okay, we don't care.
Is that still up? I'm just gonna look for yours. I see you. It'll probably be easier. See, this is VK call.
Tired of typing tons of notes during class? There's finally a better way. It's called Otter.
All right, we're going to fast forward
Katie
a little
has,
bit.
see, this is different than what I just showed you, right? Okay, Jude, thank you. Didn't get a text at some point and got her an Infiniti Q trailer.
So what?
I don't
Her
know.
cars don't matter.
This is like the third or fourth time. As soon as I end it. Breaking news. Just like
Did you hear that? Catch the
in
shade in this.
the third or fourth.
He's gonna say that, and he's right, because Betty's done this with the arm pictures. She's done it with several other things. As soon as Justin finishes up a live, within 30 minutes, Betty is live about what Justin did, or she twists and turns what Justin did. Hey, sleuthing tater tots. And to fit her narrative. And I've been waiting for something to happen, because I've noticed she's done it really a lot with Sebastian's case. And I think it's Betty is feeling herself because she's their new puppet. Hey, Seeker. She's their new puppet. So, and they're allowing her to go extreme. And then the stuff with JLR, I was waiting for something to come out.
Easy, I don't know.
Listen to
this is like the third or fourth time.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I ended breaking news,
she goes live with breaking news, and she does.
But this one, I had to say something. Maybe I need to refresh it because I'm not getting anybody's text.
And this
there it goes.
he had to
I just
say
got your text
something.
now once I refreshed it.
We'll play that again.
Maybe I need to refresh it because I'm cool. But this one, I had to say something. Maybe I need to refresh it because I'm not getting anybody's text. There it goes. I just got your text now once I refreshed it. Thank you.
Betty, you don't. Hey, Daisy, you don't have your buddies anymore, Bets. What do you want, Sir Duke? Why are you mamaing?
And I will say,
you want to go in?
Oh, I see. That's a different vehicle she had. Okay.
Come on, I'll let
you
in.
Hold on. I have to unshare this for 1 second because I want to show you guys another card that she had. But it's got personal information, so I don't want to dox anybody. Bear with me.
Okay, I can't.
I mean, they've had, quite a lot of cars.
So
Ford Flexes.
Don't care.
Is a white SUV. I have that it's green. Was it green? Humans, and a lot of people don't get this, especially thousands of people invested in this case, right? Invested. And it's humans are, it's like telephone, right? I'll tell you something, you'll relay it to the next person will, take a little bit out or add a little bit or mishear it.
Hey, Terry.
May not say it right. They may understand it wrong. It's
Betty
human condition.
So
She that's how things get crazy. But my
she still goes. She goes in there under alt accounts. Hey, Ducking Fox. Yeah, she still goes in there until they figure out it's her. Which she talks the same all the time, so they're going to figure out it's her. But yeah, she brags about going in there under alt accounts. Hey, Bama G.
My audience, and that's what I really care about is my people. Who I just want to know. You know what I mean? Candy, thank you so much. Thank you for all the prayers and love. What's wrong, baby? You okay? Are you all right? Doing okay? Me, member for 1 month. Thank you for your membership. Thank you. Love you too. Love you too, my dear. What vehicle that they've... Katie and Chris, I do have every vehicle they've ever owned, pretty much.
Why?
But
what business
it's nothing,
is it? What business is it of yours to know what vehicles they've owned in their life? That's creepy, dude. And it doesn't have anything to do with Sebastian being missing, something they owned 10 fucking years ago.
Human nature is all about storytelling. Yep, it's in our DNA. Yep, that's right. The main thing is just you had surgery, Candy? You feeling okay? It sucks having surgery. Oh my God, it sucks. I am not a good surgery patient. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
I'm not
I
a good surgery patient.
That.
Last time I had surgery, it was like...
I had patients like you. Oh, I know exactly what kind of patient you'd be. Oh, you...
My stomach, and it's in your legs. I'm like, no, my dear. Really do appreciate it. Justin, can you replay the interview? Of course. Nancy, Grace. Now, I will say that I will be in Tennessee in a few days from now. I'll be there
Betty's
for a
gonna
little
be
while,
there
a few
too.
days, and you guys will be along.
Oh, Betty's gonna be there too, Spanks. You going to be a crime tourist again? You all go down there and do your crime tourist thing and call it content. We got you.
To ride with me, but make sure you are
Oh no, thank you.
subscribed to my Hey Sweet Tea channel, because that's the one, like if I'm driving and we're just chilling, that's the one that I'll be live on. So like when I'm actually, doing content or whatever, like real content, that's I'll be on Clutch Them Pearls. But if I'm on, just driving or whatever, take bottled water. Oh yes, we will never ever forget.
Snacks, because he's 15. Snacks.
Justin, you are such a pig. You're a real piece of shit. That's the mother of a missing child. You don't know anything, and you have no right to mock and make fun of her like that. You're a real piece of shit for that.
Because he's 15.
And that's not even the worst.
Snacks, because he's 15. Snacks.
Get online in minutes.
That's not even
Web.com's
the worst.
AI builder makes it easy.
Just
Simply
wait.
tell us some info.
Never forget snacks, right? Snacks. Cool cats and kittens.
You know,
But
your
never forget
voice
the
and your
snacks.
pronunciation isn't always on point either, Justin. It's rather grating like a chalkboard. And you're so freaking boring. So, a lot could be said about you too. And you're a parent? Wow.
All right. Where is it at? The car. I have no idea where it's at.
Well, you got caught lying.
Line. He.
Yeah.
I am shocked. I am still shocked to see Chris in a whole different light. So different. So different.
There's nothing different. You've had tunnel vision from the very get-go. You've never wanted to even really understand what Chris and Katie were saying. Once you're in that tunnel, you don't come out. You're supporting someone who's done nothing but cause all the drama in his son's story, in his son's case. These people have not. You can't handle the fact that he's been brutally honest. He hasn't tried to hide anything. He hasn't spun anything. They haven't changed the foundation of their story.
Watch her face. She's like,
to Mr. Prophet, to Mr.
The Random Explorer,
Mr. Prophet,
full
what happened?
name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They are.
For some
I
stuff that you
agree
asked
with
me,
you.
Katie.
A lot of them are.
Sebastian, he got in trouble. He got caught.
There
got
are
caught
some
lying.
good true crime
yeah.
channels out here that are truly just true crime. Hey, if you're I don't care if they want to cover stories. Just do it with, some integrity, some morals. Go ahead, do whatever, do your thing, but you don't have to mock the parents of a missing child. You don't have to make up lies about them and attack them on a daily basis. And you have no evidence of anything, but you're still going to run with that stuff. That's not a real true crime channel. A real true crime channel is not going to make buttons mocking and making fun of the parents. And then I do like channels that do cover, cases. And then, there is some drama in it. But you have to measure it. You can't go to the extreme that these people do and then turn around and call yourself a true crime channel. You're not. You're a crime channel. You're drama and crime together. I mean, big deal, own it. So what? But don't classify yourself as a real true crime channel. And what's weird is he primarily concentrates on kids.
I had asked him, I said, hey, you got to have a punishment for this. He says, yes, sir. And I said, okay. So I gave him a swat with a belt on his buttocks on the outside of his clothes, one swat.
What did he lie about?
Honestly, I don't remember at the time, but it was probably something dealing with school because that's.
It was a couple years ago.
oh, he remembers.
Did he have other issues at school?
He remembers. He told.
How do you know he remembers? It was a couple years ago. I'm sure there's other things going on in his brain right now with a missing child, Justin. I'm glad you're inside his mind. But you're also one who took all these and twisted the facts with this. Yeah, and you'll see what I'm saying.
Wrote it just as plain as clear as crystal clear. I was gonna say crystal light. On Smiley's, didn't he? Butt talks. On the butt talks. They're nervous here. Chris is nervous.
No shit. They're going through one of the worst things in their life. Their son is gone. Their son is missing. They are not used to being on camera, being interviewed by the likes of Nancy Grace or anybody for that matter. Hell yeah, they're nervous. What?
They need to go Nancy again. Nancy be like, she'll have a nail file. Christopher, did you do that polygraph, honey? No, you got caught line, Christopher.
No, he didn't. He did take a polygraph. Law enforcement didn't want him to talk about it, but yeah, he did take a polygraph.
Sent info in a car.
All right, I got a
I
passport.
think it's cock-a-doodle-doo time.
Guys, this is gonna piss you off.
That? I got both of them screaming. I had both of them screaming. Same time, could you hear both of them screaming?
That's true crime. He thinks that's funny. Hey, Patricia.
Double mother chickens. I didn't see Carmelita's chicken. So and then I saw
Wait a
East
minute,
Texas
dude.
chick. So
You just
I was like,
went
give them a run for their money. It was like, I'm gonna choke that chicken. Oh, you're choking on your potato chip, not choke your chicken. Oops. Okay. I still think the retention pond that the dog
Guys,
has
do me a
on
favor.
it has something to do
Hit
with
that
it.
like button for me.
I don't.
If you're not subbed up, sub up. But hit that like button so I can get this video in the algorithm. Hey, serial boomer.
No, I mean, I personally, I think it's interesting, but I don't know, because they said you call them and they say no, but no sense.
Here's what a whole home water filtration system costs, including installation. Tap below to check pricing.
Some behavioral stuff, but nothing too crazy.
Does anyone know whose dogs it was? Do you like to eat chicken? Bullhorn strangler. Bullhorn strangler. That's what was bothering me. I don't,
Oh, he calls her Bullhorn Strangler. And telling her that's what was bothering him, what she did with the vehicle video that wasn't, yeah. Hey, KCG. Nethusis Boldar. That's a cool name. That's a mouthful. I'll call you Nee. I don't want to destroy your name. You could roast him, but you don't want to get booted out.
Little light. I was like, oh, that kind of looks like my light. Y'all probably
We
think
can
I'm crazy.
roast
Is what I said.
within
And then 20
YouTube
minutes later, it's
guidelines.
breaking news.
Rewind that?
New
Okay.
crazy is what I said. And then Bullhorn strangler. Bullhorn strangler. Bullhorn strangler. That's what was bothering me. I don't, I put that little light out. Oh, that kind of looks like my light. Y'all probably think I'm crazy is what I said. And then 20 minutes later, it's breaking news. New details in the Sebastian Rogers case.
Boldy
that annoyed the shit out of me.
works for me.
It
Thank
really
you.
did. It annoyed the shit out of me because it's not breaking news. You know what I mean? It's not.
He called her Bullhorn Strangler.
So
He really did.
He has a hard time, obviously, awkwardly socially blending in with students. So it's a little,
It's clear the line has been drawn in the sand, and it's clear whose side he's chosen. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna clip it and use it. Actually, let me timestamp that because I'm gonna use that. I got a couple clips. I just got to get them put up. Okay, that shouldn't be too far back.
That annoyed the shit out of me. Details in the Sebastian. 20 minutes later, it's breaking news. New details in the Sebastian Rogers case. That annoyed the shit out of me. It really did. It annoyed the shit out of me because it's not breaking news. You know what I mean? It's not.
He's not really how to do it, but respecting people is an issue. Honest about it, he'll lie.
Okay, Sebastian.
Blending
Did
in
I
with
go
students.
too far?
It is one of the most, that pisses me off more than probably. He'll be, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. Okay, so on. So then it causes an issue. And then kids don't really accept that too much.
Now,
so
where the
it
hell
kinda
did he
causes an
go?
issue. But
What do you mean,
he'll
Merch?
not stop and he continues on. So it causes an issue. And then kids don't really accept, but respecting kids. So it's a little, he has a hard time.
So
What
that's
kind
why.
of behavioral stuff?
You know what I mean? It's not. Because it's not breaking news. It really did. It annoyed the Rogers case. News. New. Y'all probably think I'm crazy is what I said. I don't, you know, I put that little light out.
I'll
Oh, that kind
find
of looks
it.
like my light. Y'all probably think I'm crazy is what I said. And then 20 minutes later, it's breaking news. New
I'm sorry, but
details in the Sebastian Rogers case. That annoyed the shit out of me. It really did. It annoyed the shit out of me because it's not breaking news. You know what I mean? It's not. So
What
that's
kind
why.
of behavioral stuff?
So it must have been
He has a hard
before
time,
that
he's
when he
awkwardly
called her
socially
Bullhorn
blending in with students.
or Bullhorn Strangler.
He's trying to figure out how the kids don't really accept on. So
Right there. He'll be like, no, I didn't. Okay, Sebastian.
blending in with students. He gets a little too close. Not stop and he continues on. Honest about it, he'll lie like, no, I Sebastian. And instead of being honest about it, he'll lie like, no, okay, Sebastian.
He's just explaining
What's your
talking
credit
about
card debt balance?
Sebastian.
If it's $10,000 or
Justin,
more,
it
here are
wasn't
3 easy
anything
solutions you can
bad.
start
It didn't-
implementing today.
It
And
wasn't
number 3,
meant the way you people have tried
That
to
is the-
portray none of this. He was just look at his face. God.
Worst. Justin gets on however he needs. That's fine one. Just that right there.
I have no idea.
He'll lie
I
and say,
never pay that much
no, I
attention
didn't.
to him.
Okay, Sebastian. Because he doesn't see and feel things the way you and I feel.
No.
Sorry. Anyone know what she says there?
Doesn't matter. You'll make it up.
What does she say there?
Was that the first time?
Lying about something. Chores? Justifying.
I can't talk
Right.
while I'm live.
Justifying why they're doing this. Why would they have to do that? Oh, and lying about his chores too. Why are you whispering it? Speak up, Katie. Speak up.
Was that the first time you had ever?
Okay, I want to fast forward through some of this.
Years ago, man.
Oh,
Any
him
idea
and
how
his
many?
buzzer.
3, 10, 1.
It probably at least 3 years ago.
I don't understand how that turned into a CBS.
How are you
or Chopper
buzzing
David.
this stuff saying he's wrong? You can't tell him about his life, Spanky.
Was his complaint? How were they
That-
alerted
that-
that you hit him with a belt?
That did not turn into a CPS service call.
That is true. If you listen to the interviews.
There were other CPS reports, right? Were they regarding your other child?
There is one in regards to my daughter that I know of out in New Mexico with my ex-wife and myself.
What happened?
That's true.
At the time, my ex-wife had fled to New Mexico with my daughter. We were going through a custody and a divorce case at that time. And at the time, when I call him.
He still doesn't really answer the question on this. Still
Yes,
doesn't
he
answer the
is.
question. He says retaliation.
That he's answering it. He's saying she fled to another state during a custody battle, which you're not supposed to. He's saying she did it. Shut up and actually listen to what's being said. Get out of your tunnel vision. But instead, you chose to run with everything Nina said is gospel.
What was the
Check on my
claims?
daughter. I
What
could
was the
never
claims?
reach my ex-wife at that time, so a welfare check was requested. Law enforcement told me to call CPS if I had concerns, so I called CPS. Law enforcement did make a welfare call, and that was it.
Then how does that turn into a CPS complaint against you?
I have no idea, ma'am. There's a lot of misinformation out there right now in regards to my New Mexico case that actually has no relevance to the Sebastian case.
Then was there even a CPS complaint against you in New Mexico?
Not that I am aware of. My attorney and myself have well investigated on my case, and there's nothing that we know of.
That's you can't ring that buzzer, Justin. You don't know. You won't know about CPS records, but you can bet if there is one, his attorney's already gotten it. So apparently there wasn't one to get. Do you understand that?
Was there a
Oh.
TRO taken out against you regarding
Yes,
your daughter?
not a TRO, but a TPO.
You know, I would not lie to Nancy. I'm just going to say
He's not lying. A temporary protection order, because that's what they are till they are granted. Quit twisting things. And it was over a custody battle. It got nasty. And it didn't stick. It got thrown out. So that tells you something there too.
say that. She either knows or she's going to find out, right? She either knows the answer or she's going to find out. Every question
Well, you
she
don't.
asks,
You don't
she's
know
got
these people. You know nothing about these people. Like I said, you're stuck in your tunnel.
staff. She's got staff that does this for her, right? She walks in the office and says, "Oh, where's the answers to that?" Right? She knows the answers.
Oh, yeah, Becca.
Just saying, Christopher.
Temporary protective order. Why was that taken out?
So in regards to that case, my ex-wife had a TPO put against her in Tennessee
staff.
at the time. When we went to court, that got dissolved.
Wow. You
I was
are
ordered to hand my
such
daughter
an
back over to my
idiot.
ex-wife at the time. She gets in a truck. She
You
flies
will
through.
never be taken serious as a creator with the antics you do and your little buttons, which, oh, don't worry, he's got more coming up. And your little stupid childish antics you do. You'll never be looked at as anything but a clown.
In Mexico, 2 days later, she files one in retaliation.
Still didn't say why.
Damn sure won't. He just said in retaliation. He just said it. How many times do you need to hear it? It's not what you want to hear. It's not your business. It has nothing to do with this. She took a chance to character assassinate him right before a custody hearing. Come on.
Still didn't.
Is it still in place?
No, ma'am, that was dropped within, I think, 2 weeks of it being put in place.
Exactly. Notice you don't have nothing to say about that, huh, Spanky? The fact that it didn't stick. When you file for one, it's automatic, temporarily in place as a safety measure, even though most people don't care about them and don't honor them. Yeah.
I've got a question about the belt incident. You're telling me that was the only time that you ever hit Sebastian with a belt.
Blink, Katie. Blink.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also telling me that did not make it to CPS?
No, ma'am, that did not.
It did not, Justin.
She asked that question. She gives him 2 times. 2 times.
Because the CPS was not about the belt incident. Go back and listen, Justin.
To answer that.
Regarding Fate's furniture.
Oh my God.
A few days after Sebastian goes missing, did you replace furniture in Fate's room?
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should too. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
No, ma'am, I have not replaced any furniture in my daughter's room.
My opinion.
Shove your buzzer up your ass, Justin, because you clearly don't know anything about this case. because your tunnel vision hasn't allowed you to listen. There was a bed given to them because they were his daughter's coming for the summer, so they were putting her bedroom suit together. That was after the fact, after Sebastian went missing, and it was for his daughter's room.
Any new furniture in the home?
And that happened like after the fact.
Yes, ma'am. There's a bed that was given to me, and it's currently in my garage.
Given to him.
Has anything been taken out of
It was given to him by a neighbor, you dumb shit, by a friend. Because they were setting up a bedroom for his daughter to come and stay with them, which isn't none of our business.
the home?
Given to him. No. Given to him, by the way.
It was.
Given to him.
So?
Given.
So?
I was curious about a statement that Ms. Proudfoot made earlier. That
And it was given to him.
K9
You're
dogs
no better than Bullhorn.
hit on the barn, around the home, and near a retention pond? Because law enforcement says the dogs did.
So there's been a lot of miscommunication.
Listen to that again, what Nancy says as well.
I'm not sure.
The barn, around the home, and near a
Listen to
retention
this.
pond. Did that happen?
I'm not sure about the barn, but the retention pond, yes.
Because that's what
Because
he
law
was told.
enforcement says the dogs did not hit.
It's not a buzzer.
Miss There's-
That's what he was told. Oh my God. You're a
Proudfoot
fucking
says they
idiot.
did hit around the retention pond.
So there's
If you call law enforcement and ask them, they will tell you, no, did not hit. And she called as well. They did not hit.
been a lot of miscommunication in regards to
Like he said, there's been a lot of miscommunication, and other people had dogs there claiming they got a hit. So shut up, Justin.
what is and what is not. To help clear
Katie
that
says
up,
the bond. The bond.
law enforcement has actually spoken directly with me, showed me a few things. What I can tell you is there from day one, there was 5 dogs that started the scent for the search.
Hey, Ert.
And then after that, from the next 8 days out from that, there have been dogs from all over the country.
Oh, thank you, Shirley. That's very sweet.
Exactly.
It really is. Thank you.
So there's a lot of miscommunication, a lot of untruths being told with all the different dogs that were around. So Justin, if you can't get out of your tunnel vision, you need to shut up because you're a clown.
My dear, appreciate it.
You're no better than the Bullhorn.
We're still getting a late slip though. Shirley to the office, please. Shirley to the office. You're being paid. Shirley to the office. Late slip for Shirley. Thank you, Shirley. Hope you're well. I appreciate the comment, my dear. Really. That's where the barn is. There is
The barn had nothing
a
to do
barn.
with it. Shut
It has been
up.
there for decades.
Oh, the mannequin.
Decades. And every holiday, for whatever reason, they dress this mannequin. And
Yeah, I know.
you know, I guess the
You
students
all tried to turn that on to Chris and say it was Chris. And yeah, we know.
look at it or whatever or something, you know, from the school. So there it is. Grandma of 9 to the office, please. Grandma of 9 to the office. Wait, you're still late, Grandma.
Man, he's ridiculous.
What did my little Mohawk say? Chris, very good point. Appreciate it, baby kisses. Baby.
A certain percentage. There was at least 3 that I know for. Yes, ma'am. They have walked it, drained it.
On one occasion, Mr. Proudfoot played. That was
Of all agencies.
I mean, you have to think about it, guys. How could there be a hit at the retention pond that is a half a mile away whenever there is no scent trail to the retention pond?
It wasn't.
He couldn't have floated over there.
Oh
right?
my God. I can't with him. It wasn't. If there was a hit, it wasn't his. I
Floated over there.
I can't.
So there's nothing. You
I
can still
can't.
drown someone.
This dude has tunnel vision
I mean, if you
so badly.
drove them over or carried them over, yes, but they still did.
They have been cleared of all wrongdoing. We are working extremely cooperative with all law enforcement agencies at any point in time that they've called, come to the house, anything.
Shove your buzzer. That's the truth. Law enforcement has stated it themselves. So again, you're wrong, Spanky.
Sebastian angry.
They have
or
worked
upset
very well with law
before he
enforcement.
disappeared. No, ma'am.
Not to my knowledge.
What is your theory about where is Sebastian?
I'm using a CGM and
Me
I don't
too,
have
serial
diabetes.
boomer.
Here's why. I wanted to lose weight, but in a
I have
healthy
to do it
way
to get
at a
through it.
sustainable pace. My diet is personalized.
I wish I knew where he was, to be honest.
Your theory.
Okay.
I think it's possible that someone has my son.
Why?
Because I feel like if he had been close to the house or had walked off, that we would found him by now with as many people as we had searching.
I mean, how do you not look at that woman and see how devastated she is? I mean, just as a human being, nothing else.
Have you checked his social media?
He doesn't have social media.
Have you checked his phone?
His phone has been thoroughly checked, yes, ma'am.
Have you handed your phones to police, both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we have.
Has police searched all of your devices, your laptop, your iPad, everything?
Everything, yes, ma'am.
Other than you, Miss Proper?
Yeah, and the only one who's complaining they didn't get stuff back yet is Seth. Chris and Katie have gotten everything back.
Who is the last person
Just
that
saying.
saw or heard Sebastian alive?
And the staff where we had dinner. We went to the bowling alley, and then after the
dogs hitting earlier.
I don't know about the pond.
Is that correct?
I don't know about
the pond. Is that correct?
I don't know.
On the house? Were they scent dogs or cadaver dogs? Which dog hit? A cadaver dog or a scent dog?
My laptop. And
Scent
oh
dog.
my
Scent
god,
dogs
if it
that have
goes
hit.
out,
Cadaver
I will
dogs have
come.
not hit on
Where's my
anything that we
thing?
know of.
I will come right
What
back.
do you believe Sebastian was wearing when he disappeared? And would that have been what he slept in?
Guy.
Yes. So the clothes, the black sweatpants with the white stripes and the long sleeve black shirt, that is what he went to bed in. And the reason that I believe he was still wearing those clothes is because when we searched, I did not find those clothes in the house. So I have to
Clip
assume
what?
that that's what he was still wearing.
Clip
Sorry, I
Bideness?
couldn't hear you. Did you say that's what he wore?
Okay,
when he went to bed?
I'm
What's
going to
that?
fast
Yes, ma'am.
forward through some of this.
Joining us right now, in addition to Katie.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah. Tell him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Floodlights or something. And she'll be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, Chris. Yeah. Tell him.
There's two lights on the side of the house above the garage, too. Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking is the camera info. I understand from your previous interviews that nothing. Of
I
any
think that's
evidentiary-
about it where he goes at Betty and
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's
some more gross shit with the
20.
prophets, but
I mean, any man should know, especially if you drive diesel. You should definitely know what year it is. And let me tell you something.
so out of everything that's going
Ooh, that's a
on,
good
that's one
question.
of the things you pick out because he, at the time, under all the stress he's under, didn't come up with the year of his vehicle. Gotcha.
I just thought of. He drives E20.
Oh, you know. What are you doing?
How far can he go? Ooh, a lot further. You get more bang for your buck. Technically.
So now he's a gas and diesel expert too. Wait a minute, Bubba. Frank, let him in.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
He
too
could've-
hot. He was out there laying in the sun. I don't
Do
know
they
why
still
the
make
dog
trucks that
does
have two tanks?
Okay. I think he's done calling out Betty.
I think that his truck. Me too. Old trucks, like old, two tanks.
In the garage.
And Mr. Path, so there's only one car at the house.
Hasn't moved. We can't just about the make and model
If it's out in the driveway where people can.
divulge that information.
Brinks HIPAA violation. Brinks HIPAA violation.
I am an installation technician.
All right.
4.
Now we'll get into Betty. And I'm only showing a little bit of Betty. Because I don't want to show the whole live. But we will go into oh, stop it already. So I'm gonna clip that and I'm gonna use that where he calls her Bullhorn Strangler. And where, so Justin has called her Bullhorn Strangler and called her ass out. Do you ever think that was gonna happen? Yeah, he is a joke. He is. You can't take him. He will never be taken serious as a true crime creator with those kind of antics. You don't mock the parents like that. You just don't. Especially when there's not even been a crime and they haven't been charged with any crime, and there's been no evidence shown that they've done anything. You know, they have a missing child. It's insane. But I was going to do this with the puppet one, but there's so many videos of Betty. That it doesn't really matter. But she gets you are the circus, Betty, in the Sebastian Rogers case. You are the circus. She did this one 4 hours ago. But I think is this the one where someone brings it up? Wait, let me see. I got to look at a date here real quick. I want to, because she did one 4 hours ago, calling it a circus. She is a big part of that circus. Does she not get that? Just neighbor opens Pandora's box. The neighbor shitted. It was a bullshit neighbor. Okay, it was 1 day ago. Okay, so that ain't it. All right. It was a bullshit. It was nothing but a gossiping gossip. Everything she said, she got off the Facebook groups and YouTube. She follows JLR. She fangirls it. Stop. She didn't say nothing, and a lot of it wasn't factual. I think it was this one. No, it couldn't have been. Because Justin was a day ago. So it couldn't have been the same time. Wait a minute. I did want to show that one, but I'll get to it. We're going to do her new one. Because she said circus, so I'm sure it's all about the drama. And she did it for less than an hour. But I could have swore this is it. She's scripting for a new computer, guys. Hold your wallets. Hi, True Crime.
It out with our coffee beans out. So
True Crime
I'm
never
running straight
cool.
YouTube. I ran straight YouTube just to hopefully get the better quality imaging, and I can see on my screen it's still like 720p because the $2,500 MacBook Pro only gives you a 720p camera. Interesting. Anyways, guys, we're here because of Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian Rogers is a 15-year-old autistic boy that disappeared from his home from Hendersonville, Tennessee, and has not been seen since. We have not believed. Well, I shouldn't say. We tried to believe the parents. I started getting involved in this case. I heard about the case right before.
Wait a minute. Whoa. When did you ever try to believe the parents? From the get-go, you've been stuck in that tunnel. But okay. We're going to beat you up.
And then a TikToker, she had like 92,000 followers, was begging everybody to go to the Sebastian Rogers case. And that's how I learned from it, is this TikToker that was begging people to go. So we had a huge wealth of people in Nashville, Tennessee. So getting over to Hendersonville, Tennessee wasn't too hard, and everybody kind of migrated over.
You didn't have anybody there. Nobody was there for the Bullhornbetty channel.
There and started a search effort. Well, there was a TikToker that was associated with the United Cajun Navy and just kind of rocked this case right from the beginning. It was a hot mess. They were doing some really bad stuff. They were trying to make it a publicity thing and a money-making thing on the back of this 15-year-old boy. A lot of content creators got upset about it. And then, of course, those upset feelings. Oh, thank you, Sheila. God bless. Those upset feelings ended up turning into vindictiveness.
Oh, my glasses.
And then, of course,
let me put them on. Oh, now I can see your name.
Unnecessary and
sorry, I'm over talking them. Now I can see your name. Now I can see Miss Cyberbird. Before I couldn't see the bird part or the V part. See, glasses make all the difference. Betty, you should maybe get some new ones. Because Justin Dunn called your ass out.
Bashing of Tony and Seth. So we've tried to stay out of it. I mean, I obviously speak about the drama that's being created. Even the post that was created earlier about how it's my right, it's my constitutional right. Okay, well, at this point, like, you're fighting so hard that there's a reason why you're fighting so hard. And I don't think it's the avocation of this boy. And I don't think it's because his father's a horrible man. I think it's because somebody is behind in your ear, pushing you to keep going and going and going, and you're going to end up paying the ultimate price for it. And it's really sad because I've tried to warn this person. They are just deluded because they've got a woman in their life that they haven't had in a really long time, and they've got a popular guy in their ear, so they're wanting to be cool. And it's really, really sad in my book, and I feel like he is going to lose his reputation. I will never work with him again, and I'm still trying to save him from other, from having to deal with this with other content creators. But he's just he can't see the forest for the trees right now, and I'm not going to try to help him. All of us are.
She's trying to save him, guys. She's trying to save him, even though she don't like him no more.
Adults, we have to make our own beds, and we have to lie in the beds that we make. And this is one thing where, just like I did, we have to live and learn. And it cost me a lot of time and a lot of money to learn that valuable lesson. So, anyways, getting on with this, the story that Chris and Katie.
How did it cost you a lot of money? Was you supporting JLR? He got people fooled into thinking he's a multimillionaire, and he's not. They were posting that on TikTok last night saying he's worth $9 million. Yeah, come on. JLR knows how to put that stuff on the internet. Come on. The dude, whatever. Was you supporting him, Betty? Did it cost you so much money? I don't know. You saying it cost you all kind of money?
Have put forward is falling apart. It's falling apart. It's literally falling to pieces right before our eyes. One thing I have noticed is that since this new information has come out, we have not heard from Chris or Katie. I'd like to hear from them. I'd like to hear their lies. I'd like to hear what lies they're going to say now. Because
can you show me? I've been asking you this for months. Can you show me where they've lied at all? Can you show a clip, an actual clip in full context of them lying, where they lied? Because your words are not evidence, Betty. Your words are not proof. Your words are meaningless. Except to the idiots that want to believe you, which sadly there are some. But yeah, let's get on to the Justin thing, because she just barely acknowledges it.
People have been asking me all day long, why is Katie not, at least Katie, in jail? I don't know the answer to that. The only thing I can tell you is this is the way Tennessee is.
Okay, well, why should Katie be in jail? There's been no crime. There's no evidence. Her child ran away. That's not a crime.
Now you guys understand why I'm so hot under the collar with Tennessee. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Tennessee. I'm just simply stating Tennessee's got it wrong, okay? They've got it backwards. I don't know how they do their policing, but it's not policing I'm accustomed to. When children go missing, we have forensic teams inside their bedroom. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it here in the state of Florida. There's creeps out there. We don't know how they get into houses, but they sometimes get into houses undetected. And the only way we find out that they came into houses undetected is
do I have it sped up too much?
Even when we think of child's walked out the door.
Do I have it sped up too much that you guys can't hear it right? Because if so, I'll turn it down. I didn't realize that. I told you when I sped it up, I didn't. I turned her down, though, a little bit. Oh, I will, Josh. As soon as pretty soon, I'll spend the rest of the year. So hot. But the kids want to spend it in the pool, so what choice do I have? You got to do what the kids want to do sometimes.
I don't understand this policing in Tennessee. I've never understood this policing in Tennessee. I have been sitting on my platform for 3 years saying fire everybody in Tennessee and start over, quite frankly.
Oh, wow.
The entire state's misguided.
Oh.
That's my opinion. I love Tennessee, and I like Marshall Blackburn. I like, guys know I'm a political person. I like some people.
You're
like
not
some
political.
People. But if they ain't doing the job, they ain't doing the
Betty,
job.
You're a wannabe political person. You're not respected in the political field any more than you are in the true crime field.
Period. I'm sorry. I'm a results-oriented woman. It's not about how I like you or what you say. It's about what you can produce. And right now, the only thing Tennessee, from my viewpoint, is producing is a bunch of missing kids. And a lot of parents have said,
Is it sped up too much?
What happened to them? We had Sasquatch come. They vaporized. They were, abducted by aliens. I'm not sure what this week's news story is going to be, but I know if a child's missing and is not found in 72 hours in Tennessee, if you really are a parent that didn't do anything wrong to your child, you're screwed. You're screwed. You're in the state of Tennessee. You're screwed. You're absolutely screwed. I want you guys to listen to this because I pulled this up, and this is
and by the way, I do want to. I should have cleared this up in the very beginning. Off topic. It's about Betty though. Let me be clear. Headstones and Center came in here the other day because I was talking about the stuff with Bash. It was done on the YouTube streets. I can talk about it. I don't like anybody coming in here trying to derail a chat. I don't disrespect them like that. What I said was the truth. And you can go back and play it. Bash discussed that on panel in Headstone's chat. That's what was said. That's the truth. All I was doing was showing where Betty was blaming Queen for that, for Bash, when I was showing the proof that Queen had nothing to do with it.
This is Chronicles of Olivia's interview. I pulled it up because I thought it was going to be in. I'm going to go away for a second until I pop back up. Sorry, it does that. This is. I want to hear what it is by Nick Barris. Everybody was a little hot under the collar. Her family.
At Lemonade, we're changing insurance, starting with clearly explaining how it works. Our renter's insurance policies start from
Why did I? Okay, wait a minute. I don't know why I clicked stop sharing. I want to catch the end of this, and then we're going to jump on to the other one. I don't want to play these whole lives because she just regurgitates the same stuff she's been regurgitating, and someone here is getting ready to piss her off.
And then what's this one, Red Castle? Can you please clarify what type of a degree you have as a paralegal? If you haven't figured that out, or you can literally look it up. I mean, go to one of my hate channels.
Betty, it was a certificate program back when those were popular and first came out to unaccredited schools. Most of it you could do online. You didn't have to be in person classes, or you did on books at home. They were unaccredited certification programs for paralegal. Stop tooting your own horn, Betty. You got a GED, okay? You had to get your GED to get in to even do that. Stop. That's fine, but you never even followed suit with that, and you know why you didn't.
Got a copy of it, so I got a copy of it. But I can tell you that I got one. I passed with a 3.67 GPA.
I think Tennessee is a beautiful state. I think law enforcement has pulled out all the stops and then some in this case, and not in a lot of other cases because of the high notoriety of this case. And I'm sick of them slamming them because law enforcement has done their they've done their work, and they still are. All the while, there's a lot of other missing kids that aren't getting no attention because of people like this, Betty. And you're going to be down in Tennessee in a couple days, Betty? Yikes.
Because in my time, you couldn't get over a 4.0. So that was a damn good, and that was a rolling score. That was a very high. I graduated in the top 10%.
Betty, stop that. Oh my God. This girl is so delusional. She twists and inflates everything to make it so much bigger and better than what it really was.
2% of my class, 2%, not the 10%.
There was 5 people in your class.
White tassels around my neck. I had white tassels around my neck.
Betty, no, you didn't. Where's your graduation pictures, Betty? Those accredited online schools only did a graduation once every so many years, Betty. They don't do them every time a certificate program graduates. But okay.
What if Tony just made a mistake anyways? It's self-sabotage.
And don't say you worked at a law office for years, because you know that's not true. And I'm using your own words. You yourself have stated. I believe it was towards the end of your school or something. It's the practical training you actually had to put in the hours. you were there at that lawyer's office maybe 10 months, your own words. And the only other thing you did, and you didn't use you didn't file lawsuits and orders and stuff like that, Betty. No greenhorn does start out like that. I don't care what you're in. So you need to stop. It wasn't no elaborate law career you had. That was your mom, who's always worked for a lawyer or a judge, not you. Stop. You did the same thing with your sister with the reporting thing. You try to come out and try to inflate your life to be bigger and better than what they've done. It's really sad you're so jealous, you know. But the only other thing you did was the mortgage fraud business, and you weren't in a paralegal position. You weren't the company's paralegal. You just helped them fake tax documents and stuff for phony mortgages. Yeah, you were, and that company you were a part of that you snitched on so you didn't get in trouble. Yeah. You were part of the reason the market crashed then. Yeah. Companies like that. Good job, Betty.
Something like that on purpose. Yeah. Listen, people don't walk around on lives with their junk hanging out. It doesn't make sense. Okay. I'm sorry. You know, you just, there's just some things you don't do. Really, are you literally going, this is a professional man, whether you guys believe it or not. He's a professional man that deals with sales. He deals with high sales for F's sake. I mean, this we're not dealing with a dirtbag from the freaking hood. Okay. We're dealing with a professional man. What professional man do you know that's on a live walking around with his junk hanging out?
Well, what he did, in my opinion, is I don't know what, but the possibility is he went to the bathroom and sat his phone down and was, taking care of business in the bathroom and didn't realize, that he left his phone on. You could clearly hear the toilet flush, which you hear a lot when Tony's live, by the way. But yeah, okay.
Seriously, that is about it. That is about you guys. You guys see me. I don't mind because I got crap all over here. My office desk is too overcrowded. I don't want to bring the crap out into my living room and on my dining table because if somebody comes by, I like that area being clean. So I work in here. I'm comfortable.
Who cares?
Right? I got everything. Like you see that I can spread out everything. I can literally
wait a minute. How does this get to be about you when you were talking about Tony's pee-pee? I mean, you can make fun of me for saying it all you want, but I got littles and I don't want to, and that's how I'll say it for YouTube's sake, as well. But, yeah. Okay, Betty.
Hours nonstop with the room I have on this bed. And I got this little table here that puts my laptop up here. If it's not that, I have a table for my lunch.
But Betty, it's not about you. This wasn't about you. This had absolutely nothing to do with you. We don't care if you stream from your bed or you stream from the couch or we don't care. It wasn't about you.
And I just sit here and I freaking work. And when I get tired of looking at this, then I'll go into the office and do a live there, or I'll go into the living room and do a live there, or I'll go into the dining room and do a live there.
We don't care. So what does that have to do with it?
I gotta tell you, I'm sitting here doing this work, but you're basically saying that I would be here on a live with a green screen, butt ass naked.
No one said anything about you. It's not about you. Oh, and don't give people nightmares. The green screen will run away.
There ain't no way in hell.
Oh, thank God for that.
Okay? Like, it ain't happening.
Oh.
I don't see normal people doing it. If anybody wants to believe that video.
What's normal? What do you classify yourself as normal? No. Oh, Lord.
You can believe the video. You want to believe it. No grown man is going to be hanging out with their junk out. That is the most ludicrous thing I have ever heard in my life. And for all the people out there to believe.
Betty, it's not ludicrous. He wouldn't be the first one and won't be the last one, I'm sure. If that's what happened. Um, yeah. You really need to leave your house a little bit more.
I mean, it was a funny prank, but you know what? You can't. I know who
See,
did
Betty,
it.
you think it was
Or,
funny.
I know he's not clever enough to do it, but I know who's behind it. Let me leave it at that. I'll put that on it. I know who's behind it.
You're wrong. You're wrong. It wasn't JLR. So you're wrong. He's not even the one who got it. So again, you're wrong. Oh.
Tony, I'm sorry.
Even she's laughing at Tony.
That came out all wrong. Everybody thinks the man's gay, anyways.
JLR.
Boy, were you guys fooled. He was a little ho ho ho, wasn't he? Jeez Louise, even with married women, I'm just like, you know what? The shit that I found out, I feel I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just saying, I'm happy I'm getting a dog. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You guys, I'm telling you, you single women, you don't need no damn man. Just go get yourself a puppy. Okay? Trust me. A lot easier. And you know what? Even the potty training of a dog, a lot cleaner. I promise you. Lots and lots of cleaner. And the best part is, when you give them the same food over and over each day, they kiss you even more. They don't sit there and chew your ass out. I'm just saying. Chicken again? I'm a chicken head. If you don't like chicken, I'm just saying. I love my man. Well, you know, I don't have a love for a man, but I'm gonna have a love for a little furry girl. I think my best friend did that by design. I didn't really want to have to spade, but I think a female's probably what I need, you know? So when I start bitching, she starts bitching, you know, my little ride or die. Did I show you that cute little M&M pot? That's a cute little thing. And she's just a little chihuahua. So she's probably going to come in. She's probably going to be like this big. And the first outfit I got for her is like the size of my head. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Did we get a new member? Oh, Crimson. Well, thank you guys. We're getting to the end of the show. I really had a problem with it from the beginning. We just kept working at it. I knew something was going to break. Because I just know people. And
There's nothing broke, Betty. There's been no breaking news.
Just the law enforcement again, these are the things that I think could have been avoided if they had a public information officer handling this and they had a public relations, which again, this law enforcement body failed to do. And as predicted, these things are going to be happening. And I do believe that there's going to be more people over time if there's not movement in this case and they keep not having a public relations. I truly believe that you're going to have more neighbors coming out because they're not required to keep it quiet. They're the only way that they can be there.
Betty, of course you're going to believe everything that neighbor said because a lot of it is stuff you regurgitate every day. She's nothing but a gossip. She got all her facts, just like you do, what you call facts, from JLR's Facebook group and JLR. This lady is nothing but a busybody. She had no breaking news. She had no relevant facts. And she had nothing to do with calling that neighbor out. And I don't believe she knew anything about the fake neighbor call either. And it wasn't a woman. I've talked to that person. That's a guy. I spent hours talking to that person on the phone. That fake neighbor was a chatter, was a sub. Heck, he even had a wrench briefly. And he's been around in other communities as well. And it's none other than Mark W. Is that his real name? I don't know. That's what he was going by over around here. And a lot of people chatted with him in chats. But I spoke to him on the phone.
They can be hushed is by court order.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way that they can be hushed is by court order. There's no court order. So as time goes on and the more that law enforcement is going to be ignoring these neighbors, more and more of the neighbors are going to start coming out, in my opinion. They're going to start coming out in,
and then she's going to literally beg neighbors to reach out to her and contact her.
I don't know if enforce, But I think neighbors are going to start breaking their silence and leaking the information. And I just want to throw this out there. If
You
there is
realize
any,
this lady don't even know them. She's never met them. She don't live beside them. She lives way down the road. She didn't even know they bought the house. She is a busybody who wants her 5 minutes. Every neighborhood has them.
neighbor that would like to do it and does not want to come live and does not want to show their face and wants to be confidential, I'll keep you confidential. You will have to corroborate who you are to me. But I will go to the mattress to make sure nobody knows who you are. If you would like to tell your story, I will give you that platform. I have the ability to pitch your voice. I will cover your face. I will record your shoes if I have to keep you anonymous. Hell, I will record a tree and listen to you talk to keep you anonymous. But to be honest with you, the information to me is more than the content because I'm looking for a boy. My content I can gather when
it's all about content for you. You were begging for a neighbor to come to you. Hopefully, they will take 2 seconds and watch you and stay the hell away from you.
Searching, but I need information. So if anybody is willing to trust me, call me, reach out to me, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I will go to the mattress to keep you confidential. If you talk to anybody, you will know I do keep people confidential. You can go back.
Oh, yeah, I got a clip of it. She'll have you sign a DNA because she said she'd tell Chris, I'll sign a DNA and not repeat nothing we talk about if you talk to me. So she'll sign a DNA for you, but don't tell her you can't sign DNA. Don't tell her what it really is. She still hasn't rectified that. It's really an NDA, but she calls it a DNA. The legal expert here. We reviewed that last week. It was funny as hell. I'm going to put that out as a short when Betty's saying I'll sign a DNA.
Brought many people forward before, and we have been able to keep their identity under wraps. The only ones that have their identity known were when they went on other channels and broke their identity. And then, of course, their stories were the same, and people were able to identify that they were our person. But still, we kept you confidential. If you keep your mouth shut, we keep our mouth shut. That's how we roll over here.
That's how you roll? Quit watching me and taking my words, Betty. Look. Yeah, I know what you said. You don't pay attention to that channel till they reach over 2,100 subs. I know. I've heard it many times. I've done that. But you do use my sayings sometimes.
So just throwing that out there to the people out there. If you want to, I'm open-eared. But again, I will keep you confidential to the public, but you can't be. I won't run your story if you're confidential to me. I have to be able to corroborate you as true as who you are and that you are a legit person.
Okay.
So again, if you can.
When do you do that, Betty? I can just off the top of my head think of several incidences where you did not corroborate, fact check. You did absolutely nothing, but you ran with the stuff live. The Layla Centinelo fake tip. What you did to Brandy, Neil, Monkey Bond's mom. Yeah, okay, Betty.
Trust me, then I'll trust you. So that's how we'll roll. All right, guys. Well, that's what I have for tonight. We're going to be doing another live, obviously, tomorrow. It'll be later in the day. I will be going live on TikTok if you guys would like to start doing lives on that. I'm having problems with StreamYard, and I just don't like MacBook products. I mean, I really think that they're a durable product. I get that they get very little.
She's laying on the grip thick for this new computer. She's already eyed them up, putting them on her wish list. Again.
Viruses, I get it, but
she exposed her secret informant in the Wells case. The guy that worked with Dawn. Oh, dear Lord. Hey, Jen.
Well, they voted for it.
I'm sorry. The features on it sucks. When I spend the kind of money I spend on this computer and I find out it only has a 720p freaking camera, I about fell over. Yes, our iPhones are amazing. They got the best quality camera. I spent more on my computer than I did my iPhone. I got a better camera on my freaking iPhone than I do my computer. There's just a lot of stuff I don't like about them. And I think they're entirely too expensive. And I think that their app service sucks. You pay for literally everything. You guys need to move over to Android base. All these apps that you guys are paying for. Guys,
move over, guys. I put it on my wish list. I've been researching them. You buy me another new computer. This will be the third or fourth time. Hi, Lisa.
I'm telling you, you get them free.
Last one she sent back and got herself a big screen TV and something else. Who knows what she'll do with this one? She needed that $4,000 camera she ain't used yet either.
On Android. You guys could be saving yourself like
she's bitching she needs a special lens for it. That's right.
$70 freaking dollars a month just by having an Android. I'm just saying.
No, I had an iPad and I didn't spend anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I miss my iPad. I could do my videos and my screen records on there. I'm gonna find me a used one somewhere. But look, Betty, you only spend what you want to spend. You don't have to spend anything.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, before we get, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. The poll tonight was whether we thought we had almost 1,000 votes, 968. And boy, that was it. It's almost a 50-50 split, y'all. It was very, very tight. Do you think an arrest will be made soon? We have the yeses at 56% and the no's at 43%. This is going to be a poll that we're going to do throughout this over the next.
An arrest for what? There's been no crime committed.
Few weeks to see how people are, to see maybe we'll get a press conference.
Yeah, I do too. Running there.
Maybe he'll kind of sum some of this stuff up for us, just to put our minds at ease. A very controlled information release.
I do hope. I miss my iPad so much. It was so easy to just screen record a video and I could edit, what I needed to edit right there with iMovies. God, I'm going to find me a used cheap one, watch.
Or just an update on
this generic ass tablet here, you can't even screen record on. You can screenshot, but not screen record. I can't record a video. My husband didn't know what he was buying. And there's actually no space on this thing at all. It's crazy.
Case would truly be nice.
He
Hearing
tried.
it come from Eric Craddock would even be better. So that's kind of everything I've got. We are going to be going down this. We've still got another aspect of this case we have got to resolve. That aspect, and this is what I need the help from the audience on. That aspect is, how do we think the scent got over to the retaining pond? I need my audience to now start sending me emails.
Betty, it wasn't. Oh my God. You are not an investigator, Betty.
With their theory.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next live.
We need to go back and confirm, but I'm almost positive the way I heard it, the way I read it, the way I understand it to be, is that dog was over in that area when he caught the scent. He did not catch the scent until he was there. And so I heard there was no scent caught at the
You know that would be physically impossible to not have a scent leading from the house to the pond and then pick up the scent at the pond. He had to come from some direction. Do you understand what you're saying? I don't think so.
Whatsoever. Not on the porch, nothing. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Well,
so if that
don't
is
always
true,
believe what you hear.
then the only place that the hit happened was over at that retaining pond, and we heard on the audio.
It's been a long time since I chatted on any video, but was excited to see that they were live. Sending you lots of positive vibes and blood. Oh, thank you, K-Dobbs. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Police audio that this dog, he's never had his dog do that before, but his dog ran and jumped right into the retaining pond. And there was a hit on a dumpster. Where the retaining pond is and where that dumpster is, I don't know. We need to figure that out. But I need your theories on how do we explain the scent over in that area and no other area. Not from the home to there, nothing. Just that area. I need you guys to start sending me your theories on that. I really appreciate you all kind of all coming here and hanging out with me. We have 808.
I'm not going to explain it to her again. I've explained it.
85 people in chat. Really hard on this. But I did want to have this conversation about Chris and Katie and the fact that their case, their story is crumbling literally before our eyes.
No, it's not. It's not changed at all. How is it crumbling, Betty? The only crumbles are you. And Justin called you Bullhorn Strangler. You know I got to clip that shit. You know I got to, right? He called you Bullhorn Strangler. He said you was wrong. And you pissed him off. And he called your ass out.
And this is a huge, huge deal. And I don't want anybody understanding misunderstanding that. This is huge.
Yeah.
We have lights coming out of the back of their house that lead to an unidentified
No, you don't.
car. We've matched
No, you don't.
an unidentified car to a possibility of it being the make and model that we've seen Kathy Bowersox driving. We heard from community members that they thought
Now,
they saw.
remember what we just played. Remember what I just played. How Justin said no. Now I'm going to back that up for her to repeat that. Then I'm going to leave it play. But pay attention because she's going to get told in her chat about Justin calling her out. And she tries to blow it off. Watch.
Of it being
And it was and when she did the video, she said 100% that it was Kathy Bowersox's vehicle, and that proves she was there, and it proves that they are responsible. She changed it up in this one, her wording.
Understanding that this is huge. We have lights coming out of the back of their house that lead to an
It
unidentified.
is not huge, Betty. This is information that has been out there and been debunked. You're about 3 months behind, Betty. It's not huge. It's not breaking news.
Car. We've matched that unidentified car to a possibility of it being the make and model that we've
not
seen.
Even close.
Kathy Bowersox driving. We
Nope.
heard from community members
What's-
that they thought they saw Kathy Bowersox's vehicle over at Worsham's.
That's not true either. That's been debunked. By the way, I'll be Justin's buzzer. Bzz, bzz.
Store that morning around the time that Katie was leaving.
Nope,
Did
not
she have to
true.
meet her to drop more stuff off? It seemed to me like there must have been some type of cleanup, and whatever was going on at that time of the morning, it seems like that would have been a cleanup process as opposed to the move.
This was 15 hours ago.
So I'd like to see what your thoughts are on it, but I truly don't know.
Justin's, the one I showed in the beginning, was from 1 day ago when he called her the Bullhorn Strangler and called her out.
And I'm sorry I didn't get to keep up. Jen, thank you for the gifted memberships. If you received your gifted membership, please tell Jen thank you. I want to thank my lovely mods for always keeping the chat peaceful and clean stuff. And, I just want to let you know, the Bullhornbetty channel is very friendly to Tony as well as Seth. We do not bash them, nor would we bash Chris and Katie if they came on our show. We do bash them right now. Well, I wouldn't even call bashing them.
Yeah, you got it right the first time. You bash him about 7 to 10 times a day. But okay. You've called the man a murmurer. You said he murmured this child.
We are stating facts. Their story is full of holes. That's what we stated. We provide
facts. Betty, I say this to you all the time, and it never gets old. You wouldn't know a fact if it smacked you in the head and knocked your ass out. You don't work with facts, Betty. You work with delusions. Disinformation. Nothing factual.
provided enough evidence of ours to support our findings. Now, is this a court of
Yeah,
law?
she does
Obviously not.
revival.
This is more of an investigative journalistic type of story that we're doing. We're showing you all the information that we can find. We're matching the stuff up because this is true crime. It does appear to be. I'm sorry.
Oh, honey, you are not true crime. You are not true crime. You need to take that delusion right on out your head. You are as crama can get. But okay.
Kathy Bowersox's vehicle.
It was not.
She's the only one I know that has the Q80. The Q80 lines up perfectly.
It does not.
It just seems really bizarre. There's a lot to this story, guys. I never believed this boy just up and walked out of the home. And as you guys can tell, I work very hard to try to prove it to our audience. Hopefully you guys got something out of all of this. We're still working on it. This is not going to be the last live. Tomorrow we're going to be talking and honing in on the retaining pond and the garbage, the garbage.
See, she's upset about the comment that she's trying to comments in her chat. She's trying to ignore about Justin calling her out. You notice how her demeanor changed?
Ben. So we're going to be focusing on that because I think that's the last thing. We know that at least to me, I feel like we proved that it's a very slim possibility that Sebastian walked out. I believe that we poked holes in enough of Chris and Katie's story from 9.
No, you haven't, Betty. You haven't proven anything, and it's not Kathy Bowersox's vehicle, nor Kathy Bowersox.
To midnight, that we don't believe what they are saying transpired.
Okay.
It really just seems scripted from that point forward. It seems
Oh.
like they didn't really get a whole lot of sleep the night before. It seems like stuff
Oh.
was going on inside their home, stuff was going on the outside of their home.
And how do you know all this? Because none of us know all this, and we've been following this from the get-go. How do you know all this? Was you there, and you're not telling anybody? Is that the DNA you signed? You said you'd sign a DNA. I'm never gonna let you live that down, Betty, because you profess to be such a legal eagle, and you don't know the difference between a DNA and an NDA.
And a child by morning was gone. And the only person that was home with that child when all this stuff started happening was his mother. And then after that is when all these movements started happening, but not movements of Sebastian, movements of other people.
Oh.
So, all right, guys, go take it, use it, do it with what you will. We will be back here tomorrow
We
to
missed
see
the
more
Justin
and more
part?
information. I will run from StreamYard. I may run from YouTube and just switch my phone around so you guys can see it until I can get the camera thing's bothering me. The hastiness on these images is bothering me. I'm paying way too much money to have a crystal clear image, and we don't have crystal clear image. So I'll be working on that, and we'll figure it out from there. Somebody's saying city cameras. Once I get there, I'll be identifying those. I'll be going around taking photos of every camera in the community. We'll start piecing this stuff together. Now that we see where the stuff is coming from, I'll be boots on the ground there. We'll get those.
Betty, you're not allowed to go take pictures of people's houses and their cameras and put them out there without permission.
Images from, I've even got a pole that I can put my phone on. So I can literally put my pole up the height of that security camera and angle my camera and get the shot just like that security camera, just to see that shot. We can definitely do that. I got a 9-foot pole, a 9-foot cell phone pole. It holds my cell phone in it, and it goes up 9 feet.
Oh,
okay,
my Lord.
This is not my first rodeo. We got this. We got this. So I will bring the big pole out. We will put our phone up where, I'll be in front of that house. I'll put my pole up where that camera is, and we'll shoot the angle as it is. So we have a good quality image to overlay from this point forward. Any camera that we have that I can find in that community, I'm going to take a photo of the angle that it's shooting. So if we down the road find any other videos that are leaked or otherwise, we have a good quality image to overlay. And so I'll work on that while I'm there.
Oh, that's not going to work out for you, Betty. But go ahead and think it will.
The first couple days, like I said, when we get in the field, for some of you guys are new to me. This is your first time. You guys have subbed up to me and stuff like that. And you guys have seen me a lot while I'm home because I'm home. When I'm out in the field, it's a much different environment. If I say I'm out for 2 weeks, when I get to a point where I can go live every day, I will. But some days you may not see me for 3 days because
that's not true. Betty, stop it. Anybody that's watched you for a minute, the only time that you went MIA is when you lied to your subs and took donations to do a trip and you went to a Trump rally. The first couple days, no, you didn't show no footage at all. And then boom, just so happens you're going to go show where somebody that went missing used to live. That had nothing to do with anything. Just to give you content to try to, and you slipped up and said you're vacay. To try to make it, that you weren't scamming to go to a Trump rally, but you used the money to go to a Trump rally, Betty. That's the truth. I reviewed it.
because I'm out in the woods filming and there's no internet. So I'll try to get to the...
You walk around on your phone with your hotspot bitching the whole time, the whole 15 to 20 minutes that you'll do it, and you're just filming to get content. We know. We've watched it. You actually pose for the damn camera. You're so stupid.
The room and say hi to you guys. Sometimes that doesn't work. But anyways, guys, I won't keep you long. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll have a whole host of other topics to discuss tomorrow. And we're going to be going over information. So send me your theories on the retaining pine and construction site. All right, guys. I love you. God bless. Have a great night.
Okay. I must have missed it. Let me back up a minute.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now...
When she said
nonstop with the room I have on this bed. And I got this little table here that puts my little
Well,
my
she's
laptop up
told
here.
what
If it's not
Justin
that,
says in her
I
chat.
don't have a love for a man, but I
That's
don't
a
have a love for a little furry girl.
Oh, I feel
We're going to start
bad
breaking
for
their
that dog.
silence and leaking the information. And I just want to throw this out there. If there is to be,
I'm gonna find that though.
I will go to the mattress to keep you confidential. If
Uh-huh.
you talk
With
to
the
anybody,
DNA, right?
I about fell over. Yes, our iPhones are amazing. My computer, and I you. It was very, very tight. Do you think an arrest will be made soon? 3%. This are to see. Maybe we'll get a press conference from the sheriff, soon. Maybe he'll kind of sum some of this stuff up for us, just to put our minds update on the case would truly be nice. Going down this, we've still got another aspect. That aspect is with their theories on how they think Sebastian, the way I heard it, the way I read it, the way I understand it to be, is that dog was over in that no scent caught. The only place that the hit happened was that this dog, the retaining pond theories on how nothing, just that area. We have 885. Give me a thumbs up. I work really hard on this stuff. I know we didn't get a lot of presentation with this. It was more of about Chris and Katie and the fact that this is a huge, huge deal. And I don't want anything out of the back of their house that lead to a model that we've seen Kathy Bowersox drive.
Okay, this is. I'm gonna watch this again. Just
car. We've matched that unidentified car to a possibility of out of the back of their house that misunderstanding that. This is huge. We have lights. I don't want anybody misunderstanding. And this is that their case, their story is crumbling literally before our eyes.
Okay, I just played this over again because I'm going to catch the Justin
huge
thing.
Deal, and I don't want anybody misunderstanding that. This is huge. We have lights coming out of the back of their house that lead to an unidentified car. We've matched that unidentified car to a possibility of it being the make and model that we've seen Kathy Bowersox driving. We heard from community members that they thought they saw Kathy Bowersox's vehicle over at Worsham's store that morning around the time that Katie was leaving. Did she have to meet her to drop more stuff off? It seemed to me like there must have been some type of cleanup. And whatever was going on at that time of the morning, it seems like that would have been a cleanup process as opposed to the moving. So I'd like to see what your thoughts are on it, but I truly don't know. And I'm sorry I didn't get to keep up. Jen, thank you for the gifted memberships. If you received your gifted membership, please tell Jen thank you. I want to thank
Watch
my
her
lovely
face.
mods
You
for
can
always
see when
keeping
she
the chat
sees the
peaceful
comments.
and clean for all of you guys. There
You
are
might have
some
cut it
people in
out.
here that kind of catch my attention that really say some bizarre stuff. And, this is, I just want to let you know, the Bullhornbetty channel is very friendly to Tony as well as Seth. We do not bash them, nor would we bash. We are stating facts. Their story is our findings. Now, is this a court of law? Obviously, information that we can find. We're matching the stuff up. She's the only one I know that has the Q80. The Q80 lines up her Kathy Bowersox vehicle because this is true crime. It does appear to be, I'm sorry, Kathy Bowersox vehicle.
She's
cut
the
it
only
out.
one
I know that has the Q80. The Q80 lines up perfectly. It just seems really bizarre. There's a lot to this story, guys. I never believed this boy just up and walked out of the home. And as you guys can tell, I work very hard to try to prove it to our audience. Hopefully you guys got something out of all of this.
Because she went right into Kathy Bowersox's vehicle. She edited that part out. That little scuzz bucket. That's all right, Betty. Don't worry. I got you. Okay. I'm going to play the end of this one. Betty, you're never that clever. But I got to listen to today's and see if she says anything else about Spanky calling her out. Calling her the Bullhorn Strangler. That was epic. All right. This, I might have to fast forward to. Wait a minute. Let me see.
It takes a lot to get to be this in tune and to have getting acquired. So usually I've done my preliminary. That's kind of how how it works. I got a lot of stuff going on here. I got a lot of just out of my touch. I got a vigil for Layla Santinello on the 27th. So money. So I've got to, I have to, part of my job is to budget these projects. These when we go out in the field, I have to budget them, and I have to budget them well because I'm not made out of money. You know, it's not like I make a whole lot of money on YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that, but we do make enough that we can go out to these cases. So I try to budget. When I can't budget or it's just out of my touch, I ask my audience. Right now, it looks like we've got this case covered. It's just that I've got to balance my time, and my time is pushing me down further.
Which is okay. I mean,
in the
I mean, if people want to give you money to go out and be a crime tourist, that's their money. They can do what they want with it. Just be honest with them that that's what you're going to do with the money. You're not always honest with them. You'll use it for Trump rallies. But listen, you know, more power to you. You're being a crime tourist. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
I can leave. I was wanting to leave on the 17th, but that's not going to work with my schedule because I've got to be in New York in July. So I got a lot of stuff going on here. I got a lot of hands in a lot of pots. But from this point forward, we're going to be out on the road for a little minute. Like every month, we're going to be on the road for a little minute. So we'll be back, and when we can, we'll come out and search for Sebastian. When we got to go home, we got to go home. When we can come back out again, we'll search for Sebastian. When we got to go home, we got to go home. That's kind of how we, how it works. We can't stay out there in the field forever. Plus, I'm going to be getting a new fur baby. I don't know how that's going to affect my life. I'm pretty sure it's going to rock my world just a little bit, at least for the first 6 months.
The poor dog.
But I think it'll be good because I can get her trained out in the field as a puppy, and it'll be good. She'll be with me wherever I go, and I'll have a little doggy, and I'll have my company, right? I'll have my company. At least I won't be. At least it won't be so bad. At least I'll get something to get me out of the house. Well, let us know, BHB, if you need. Of course, of what needs to go into this, because I haven't visited the sites. I haven't done my preliminary site visits yet. I haven't.
Betty, there's no sites to visit.
Got to lay.
The kid walked out the door and ran away. What are you talking about? Preliminary. You're not an investigator. You're not a certified in any kind of search or rescue or recovery, for that matter.
Of the land, so to speak. So usually I spend a day or two just getting a lay of the land, going to the county stuff, just doing stuff that you guys don't see, and acquiring some public records and stuff like that. So occasionally we'll videotape it, just to show you that we're doing it. But typically we do a lot more than what you guys see on camera, as you guys can imagine. I mean, we do a lot. It takes a lot to get to be this in tuned and to have it took a lot. I mean, literally hours upon hours. I think my mods can tell you. I want to say like 2 solid weeks. We were up.
My gosh, that's 20. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you so much. That is amazing. Thank you for supporting my channel. Hey everybody, welcome to Poolside. You are now a Misfit Diver. And please give a shout out and thank you to Chap Tess.
Day and night pouring over maps and pouring over information to try to identify places on maps we could search. It was very disappointing because I feel like that stuff is stale, like all that hard work we did. But I don't think some of the places, I keep looking at these maps, and I don't think some of these places law enforcement or even the other searchers have looked. I've always wanted to share my maps, and I have shared some of them, but it just didn't seem like.
You're going to be a crime tourist. You're going to bitch for 15 to 20 minutes, streaming yourself the whole time, not actually looking at anything. And that's going to be your content for the next month. Got it. We've seen it many, many times.
A whole lot of people were interested because I put it out there. Like, if you're in the area, I've got some ideas. Nobody reached out to me with them, So, I know everybody else is probably doing the same thing and probably has their own areas that they want to search or whatever. But I had very specific areas, and I felt like if I could just have explained it to one of the searchers out there why I identified this area and why I think it's probable, I feel like they would be on board with it because when I look at things, I do make sense. I don't just willy-nilly do things. And so I really thought that this one pond is just so far out there. If I could have gotten a body out there off of I-40 to look at this pond, it's like a ramp that comes right off.
And how do you think he got the whole way out there on his feet? How do you think that he got? I mean, police were there rather quickly. They acted pretty fast. That's a good distance. He'd have been seen walking by that point. But okay.
40, it literally goes by this pond and back. It was so Audrey Cunningham. It had such Audrey Cunningham vibes.
It doesn't.
That it perked my curiosity. And so
I
thought,
don't have anything to do with each other, but okay.
Because we don't know what happened to Sebastian. We don't know where he is. Is he on land? Is he in sea? Is he above ground? Is he below ground? We don't know. We don't know. But the more we can identify who may know, the easier it'll be for us.
I'm going to check. That's a good point, Lady Pants. because that's what she does. When she's not, it's because she wasn't honest with people, with her subscribers, to tell them that, yeah, I'm doing this, but there's also a Trump rally I'm going to pop in at. Instead, because her grift is getting money for these cases, which pay for her to go to the Trump rallies. I'm going to check to see if there is one.
To figure out whose tracks we need to follow to find a location. It's a process. It's a sucky process, and it takes. Sometimes they're easy to do. Sometimes they're not. This one's not so easy to do because they are being tight-lipped about the information we need to have. Chris won't tell us what he did. Chris won't tell us where he's at.
Chris don't have to tell us anything. The only people that need that information is law enforcement. We don't need it. We're not entitled to it. I don't want to know. I just want Sebastian to come home safe. That's it. I don't give two shits what time he got on his crane. I don't care that they were talking on the phone. That's not going to make a difference and bring this boy home. This kind of stuff isn't helping Betty. But you know that lightning behind you? Better watch it. Lightning does strike. It really does. People get struck by it every year.
That in and of itself is sus. You got a missing boy. Where the F were you? Oh, they don't want to. At this point, what difference does it make? Where the hell were you, dude? Give us your damn timeline. Were you stargazing?
He doesn't have
Were you
to.
Brian Burgering it out?
All that matters, Betty, is that law enforcement knows. Besides that, they've made it clear that he wasn't in town, that he was out of town, and what time he got to work. I mean, even the private investigators confirmed it. You just have tunnel vision. You don't want to hear it. It wouldn't matter if God himself told you, Betty. You wouldn't believe it. You can't get out of that tunnel.
I mean, I'm just curious.
Hey,
I just want to know.
good to see you.
So that's
How
kind of where
are
we
you?
are. I'm going to be dropping a video that kind of goes through some of this stuff because I just did a TikTok live and everything like that. So I'll be dropping that in another hour or two if you guys would like to see what we discussed on related to this topic. They are slightly different. I mean, we go over some of the same information the other side. I'll be dropping that video and probably another channels today talking about this. You guys can help me with. I mean, we are looking at this area of this case right now. Chris.
I grew up always on the bigger side as a kid. I was always slightly thicker.
Pistol, Carla, God bless you. Door is the fact that named me that there's allegedly everything was allegedly by his mother. See you. So we learned this. Get it? We're going to be here for a moment, not 4 hours, but we're going to be here for a little moment. So we learned from Sebastian's parents that he went to bed. Hey, Cheeky Chops, it's nice to see you. He went to bed at 9 o'clock, allegedly, by his mother. And when she woke up at 6 a.m., he vanished. All the doors, windows.
She regurgitates the same stuff.
Let's play it. I'm just going to play it. I'm not going to let you guys watch it. And this child was removed that night. I really looking for us. We just didn't realize what we were looking at. The house to go tells them that there's light phenomenons going on inside the house and reconfirms that the lights that Nick Barris sent to us, that is legit. But the one thing that
light phenomenons going on inside the house. Hey, Wicked Crafter, good to see you. Oh, thank you. She still makes as much sense as a prolapsed hemorrhoid. Thank you, Wicked Crafter.
was cut off for us, or wasn't cut off for us. We just didn't realize what we were looking at was the unidentified car.
What?
We have been looking for a car because I truly believe that this child was removed that night.
Yeah.
I really believe that this child was removed that night. I didn't know what those lights were, but I definitely knew by the time Guidance did the overlay that they were moving. They weren't still lights. There was no question in my mind that those lights were moving after Guidance did her overlay.
Oh.
Okay. But I didn't see the car. And the light source I did see, I thought might have been a car from the construction site. We see it right there on the road now.
You do?
And we started looking at it. We started knowing the players. We now know that these people are isolating. So they're going to keep their circle very close. Their circle is very close. And their circle consists of their family. So now that eliminates a lot of people and a lot of possibilities. Now I can focus on vehicles that the family owns. And the first vehicles that I'm going to be looking at are the people that I know are just as dirty as the Proudfoots. And that is Mommy and Daddy Dearest Flower Socks. Because they help.
And you know they're dirty how? You don't know these people. You don't know nothing about these people. Zilch.
Almost kidnapped. They did help kidnap Faith.
No.
And they're willing to do dirty.
Betty, that's hearsay. There's been no evidence shown of any of that, Betty. You can't run with rumor as facts. Oh, wait. You're Betty. That's all you do.
Stuff for their kid. So we know that about them. So it's easy to kind of hone in on them as being the first people that would most likely be involved in something with the Proudfoots.
Oh.
Are they? I don't know. Did Chris go over there and get her car and go over there? There's 2 flashlights, not 3. 2. It is.
They weren't flashlights, but okay.
Absolutely possible that Kathy loaned Chris her vehicle. But I am starting to believe it is her vehicle.
Okay. It's not her vehicle. But okay.
So we're going to go through some stuff for you guys here.
I think that's all she's
I want you to hear this.
This
this right here is on Terry Lynn's channel. I want you guys, my question mark.
Oh, she's
but I'm right around the 2 hour and dropping it right now into chat. You can go there and watch the entire interview. I see that interview with the name.
This is where she does the car thing.
Photoshop, but I don't know how to use it. I don't even use Photoshop. I have this expensive program and Premiere and all this stuff that I don't use.
All right, we're going to go to today's because I've already showed you her Justin debunking her video about how she proved it's Kathy Bowersock's. It wasn't Kathy Bowersock's vehicle. But Betty will run with that. Oh, and last night, let me tell you about them. No, thanks.
Screen view because I
let me tell you about them TikTok girls. They just think there's some shit, man. They think there's some shit. We're gonna
it's
look
crazy
at that.
when it's vertical, and I'm gonna be dropping a video. So I figured if I'm gonna go live like this, I might as well go. Hey y'all, live. We're gonna go like that, and so I've already been after this one. He's having a great Thursday. Got some water. Thursday. I will. Why is it? We're almost to Friday. It's been just a morning. You guys get bedhead. Good morning, shortly. Hey, excitedness. It's
I don't normally play Betty cold like this, so I have no idea what she's about to say. But there's no way is she gonna let Justin get away with that. No way. She's gonna say something. And what little she did say was, "Oh well, I just pulled myself away from them people." She edited that out. Oh, snake.
Say the best day at a boat home owner's best days of the day they purchase and the day they sell.
Oh, I can't with that fake cackle.
I've been up quite a bit, but I've been stuck on lives all day. So far today, this is what you guys get. You guys got a latte, teeth brush, and hairbrush. That's about what you guys get today. It's gonna be one of them days. Hey Gypsy, hey Angela.
No comment.
Crispy Dance channel. I want to remind everybody, please, if you're not an idiot, we love you to stay. If you're an idiot, we ask you to leave. Only you can decide whether you're an idiot or not an idiot. Right? So in an effort to keep the trolls at bay, we decided to implement a 20-minute member, subscriber for them. Because, once they have to create new accounts.
You do that every day, Betty, with every live 7 to 10 times a day. You keep it on subscribers only or members only.
So if they want
you clickbait them to get them to come in.
Be a nap, we'll swat them with the fly swatter and make them recreate. So they will run out of it again. They will run out of troll accounts eventually. It's just not.
Have you ran out of troll accounts to go into JLR's Facebook group yet? I mean, you're the one that's bragged about it. Just asking.
The park. So it's a privilege to be here in this chat. It's not a right. I want to make sure that is crystal clear for everybody out there on the streets of YouTube.
It's a privilege.
Bullhornbetty does not bode with whatever society is telling me I have to do.
Oh.
So if society is telling me that I've got to run my channel and let a bunch of idiots sit here and spew their venom on my channel or my platform, you are mistaken. I do not have to do that. I will not do that. I will not subject myself to it, nor will I subject my audience.
Okay.
So we have a zero tolerance policy. If you can't follow the rules, we don't care whether you watch or don't watch. We don't care. We don't care. We're here for the people that want to be here, not for the ones that want to sit and stir crap. So if anybody has a problem with my rules, take it up with me, and I can guarantee where I'm going to tell you to go. Just saying. So we're back. We've got a lot of stuff the entire
Hey, Gina
Chris and
Marie.
Katie Proudfoot
Hey,
case
Mr.
is falling
Nobody.
apart. Okay, their story, their lies, they are coming to an end.
You haven't trolled her yet? Oh, you're missing out. Especially now. I mean, we got Spanky coming out calling her the Bullhorn Strangler. And debunking her and telling her she's wrong. And she shouldn't be telling people that. Yeah, tides are turning. JLR siding. Hey, Meg.
We haven't heard from Chris or Katie since this bombshell revelation, the bombshell revelations that they've been lying to us about.
What bombshell revelations, Betty? There has been, come on, even Spanky called you out for your fake breaking news, your bombshells. There's been no bombshells, no new revelations. There's been no new nothing. And you regurgitate this stuff 7 to 10 times a day, and these people watch the same words come out of your mouth. It blows my mind. I can't do it.
Chris and Katie have been lying to us from the beginning. They have
Okay.
been lying to us.
Look, ma'am, can you show us where they have lied? Actually, show it.
From the beginning with their whole entire story, and they just expected us to take it. You know, they expected us to not really care about a medically needy boy. That's what they were counting on. I want everybody here to understand. Chris and Katie were counting on.
No. Come on. Are you really that stupid? You just took him out. Betty? Okay.
On us not giving a crap, like they didn't give a crap about this boy. They truly did.
Number one, you dumb shit. You have a medically needy child. Don't you think that's going to get more attention than just a child missing? Of course it's going to get more attention. So your theory is ridiculous. If they think that would get them less attention, nobody would care. No, actually, being medically needy is going to do the exact opposite, Betty. Jesus.
They thought that they would come out here. They thought they were going to keep it contained. They wanted to keep this contained. You could tell that Chris's motivation at the very, very, very beginning.
She's beyond begging for it. Hey, Darby, I don't believe they're not doing anything. JLR, unfortunately, does all his dirt behind the scenes. I wish he would do some up front because I would love to see it. At least just some of it.
Of this was to contain it. Contain. Not advocate. Damage control and contain. You could see it in literally the first hours of Chris being on scene where he's telling the news crews not to record his home. Not to record his home.
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of
You
sale.
really need to
The
add my channel
all-in-one
up once in a while. But guys, do me a favor.
Giving
If you
them
haven't done
direction.
it, please hit that like button so I can get this video in the algorithm. If you're not subbed up, sub on up. We also have poolside memberships. You can become a misfit just like the rest of us.
And keep it on the news, telling them what they can do and how to do their job, even though he has never reported the news a day in his life. So he was trying to contain the...
Neither have you, Betty. Why are you still harping on JLR? You're not going to get him back. You know that, right? I mean, that's been a done deal. You're acting like y'all just broke up yesterday or something. That was a long time ago. And I can't have a pity party for you because I don't believe y'all had much of a relationship to begin with. Yeah. The thought of you two, that's some serious nightmare shit.
Information early on. That was a clear indicator of containment. We have him, obviously speaking on behalf of Katie. She tried to speak, but she kept screwing up. And that's how it is. She's got a guilty mind. It's hard for her.
It couldn't have been that she's going through one of the worst things that could ever happen to her in her life. Her son is missing. Couldn't be that she's not used to being in front of cameras giving interviews to real reporters about her missing child. Couldn't be that, huh? Couldn't be none of those things, right? Okay.
For her to keep it straight, her mind's running a mile a minute. She's asking herself, am I acting right? Am I keeping, am I moving right? She's got to be telling herself all these things. She can't do it all. She can't do it all.
Betty, you have no idea what she's telling herself. You can't speak for her because you don't know her and you've never been in that position and never will be, because you don't have children that can be missing, thankfully. And I'm glad that you'll never have to experience that. But you can't sit there and say what she's doing because you don't have a clue.
She can't walk, chew gum, and tap her head, and neither can I. So none of their stories made sense. Sebastian allegedly walked out of the house. There's no evidence. We're finding out, the gravity of the search.
You can't walk, chew gum, and tap your head at the same time. What does chewing gum have to do with you walking? You might want to tell a lot of the people that walk while they're chewing gum. And, why can't you tap your head? Huh?
The dogs.
I get what you were saying.
Learning that they did not have a hit around the house. They didn't have a hit until they were at the construction site, which is a little weird for me because how did he get to the construction site without leaving his scent? It doesn't make sense. Some people have thought that it had something to do with, the staging area, possibly staging.
True, Darby.
So I figured we'd go over. We are getting some comments back from people. I've went through a few of them this morning. There's even more coming in. So we did get the mysterious car resolved. The mysterious car, in my opinion, appears to have a very unique shape back end. And that unique shape back end seems to complement the Infinity line of cars.
Okay, she's going by what Justin did. Oh my God, I cannot. Betty, look at her face. She's pissed that she even got to talk about this because she knows she don't want no more problems. And Justin made it clear when he called her Bullhorn Strangler. Oh my Lord. Now she's going to tell you, because she got it off Justin. She watched Justin's.
We learned from the neighbors that Katie's car is in the garage. Katie got home from the Texas Roadhouse. She pulled her car in the garage. They have not seen that car move from that garage since. So there's only one other person that I know has an Infinity. I mean, maybe there's multiple kids that have Infinities in the family. I'm interested in finding out if Michelle or Dara or anybody else in their immediate friends and family, their small, immediately friends and family circle. I keep wondering how many other how many other ones have an Infinity.
So, because you won't admit that it wasn't Kathy Bowersox, you will not admit it. Now you're going to try to pin it on someone else in the family. You're pathetic, Betty.
That's what I'd like to know. So we got some possibilities here.
No, you don't.
We're going to go through some of those. Let me find the ones I was working on.
She must be so jealous of her.
Don't go anywhere. I'm Lisa Nichols, and I'm here to tell.
That's what I said earlier. Betty, when she was inflating her so-called paralegal career, which I have it on my channel and many times, Betty herself has stated that it was like 10 months she worked in that law office and couldn't do it. She wasn't filing lawsuits. She wasn't doing none of that stuff. She was green. She was new. And the only other thing she did, and it wasn't even being a paralegal, was the mortgage fraud crap. But the person who worked years and years in the legal system with lawyers or a judge was her mother. That's her mother's story. Just like when her sister became a real reporter, a credentialed reporter, all of a sudden, and gets an anchor position, all of a sudden Betty's making TikTok videos and is this political activist and this advocate for victims. Get the hell out of here. She tries to make it her life, tries to take their story as hers. It's insane. It's jealous. It's wow.
3. So Magic Matt He is the one that sent me the car, and we did that live. I was getting ready to go to bed, and we did an impromptu, like immediate live, and I was freaking out.
No, you got it from Justin, and he even said, and Betty, and he's right. It had been 3 or 4 times that Justin would finish up a live, and you within 20 to 30 minutes would fire up a live, breaking news, and you'd use Justin's stuff without giving Justin the credit, and it wasn't breaking news anyway. It was just more bullshit like you spew, because he's no different than you.
Butt end looked like it was matching, and so we had some stuff. So I started working with images. People were helping me. We were trying to get the images, trying to get the right make and model of the vehicle, and then we started to overlay that in real time so everybody could help and watch and whatnot. And so Magic Matt is the one that sent me that image of the.
She's trying to defend herself against Justin's video without saying Spanky's name. And he knows exactly where that, because he got the email. He knows. He even said it out. He even said all about it.
Infinity, and I went and looked at the picture and realized it matched. Now, yeah, it's Magic Matt. He comes in here. He's got his wife. His wife is Diane, and she's also a subscriber in here as well.
You can tell she's not being honest.
And so he writes here. He says, "I never thought he was on the crane at 5:15. Could never happen." This is the title of this is Proudfoot back at work 5:15. I never thought he was on the scene or on the crane at 5:15.
No one ever said he was on the crane at 5:15, but you people.
Let me put it this way. My vision's awful. And of course, it's going to keep running off. So never mind. It's not going to even help me that way either. First is a construction site on hospital grounds. Grounds is locked up, and only a foreman can unlock the property. So the earliest he could have been on the crane is 6:30 to 6:45. So his story, one earbud in for his phone and one earbud in for his radio, couldn't have happened until 6 when KP called. He, in my opinion, couldn't be doing any of that. Well, here's the deal, Magic Matt, is those cranes have all types of recordings in them. I don't know whether this one was stocked with audio and visual, like a camera and mic inside that cab of that crane. But some of these cranes can even tell when you're sitting down. They can tell when you're on the seat, when you sit in that seat. And these cranes are recording all of this data that it's doing, the movements.
And you don't think if law enforcement could not confirm any of their alibis, that there wouldn't have been something said? There wouldn't have been, they would have even, come on, Betty.
From my understanding, it records all that. It has a recorder. It can record exactly the movements you made, exactly what you did, all of this stuff. I think it's a requirement because they're dealing with huge construction and God forbid if something,
you know nothing about these machines. Stop it, Betty. Stop it.
There's a loss of life. They have to go and be able to pull that data.
If you're 45 and older and live in the United States and you still don't have life insurance.
We heard from the PIs that Chris Proudfoot was at work at 5:15 and it had been confirmed and corroborated. So I don't know how they confirmed and corroborated that, but
because they're actual investigators, Betty. You are not.
PIs at the time that actually lived in Tennessee, and it would be my opinion that one of them visited this site and either spoke to someone or someone was willing to speak with them over the phone. Either way, they were able to confirm that he was at work at 5:15.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to trust that, we can assume he wasn't, but I think that with them putting a confirmation behind the 5:15, I think that they have a little more than his word on that he was there at 5:15. Just my opinion. Again, I'm not the PIs. I don't know what they did. I don't know how they did it. This is from Bigger. Bigger's in our chat. Bigger comes here. I communicate with Bigger also on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in a little bit.
Betty, you're stuttering, and you can tell by the tone of your voice and the look on your face that you're pissed that Justin debunked you and called you out. You just don't have the kahunas to say it.
I posted on there, but I've got to go back and read. I know I got a couple conversations. And so if you guys are conversating with me through Twitter, bear with me. I'm getting there. I've been going through. I got hundreds of emails a day I got to read. Okay, and I'm thankful to read them because it's helping me get perspective, especially the topics. So this is related to Sebastian. KP left Texas Roadhouse near Worship
So
shop
she's
and
gonna read
transferred Sebastian into
emails.
Grandma's car. Owner of the shop did say he believes the Bowersox car was spotted in the area. He might be accurate about that. Lights were never switched off because somebody thinks that somebody pulled the main breaker.
Oh my God! Now they're pulling breakers.
Because he clearly says never switched off.
What? Now they're pulling the breakers out? Oh my
So
Lord!
there's a lot in here. I'm with you on, Bigger. It's just the whole. You could be spot on. I don't know. Secluded, close to Mississippi River, not far. Phase 3. See plastic bags for CP. Because why is she freaking out and keeping on a 3-hour conversation at 9:43 at night? It seems to me that KP's mom.
Because her and her husband actually have a relationship. And when your spouse works out of town, you do tend to spend times on the phone like that. Maybe they were watching a movie together. Who knows? It wouldn't. It's not unusual, Betty. It's unusual when you never had a relationship, I guess. But yeah.
Mom and KP would, or CP's mom and CP would have arrived later. And took the slow ride back to work. I believe he's further than he is now. Now that I see who's all involved, probably mystery car, pass his shoe to KP. The shoes, I don't think they intentionally took off of him. I think they forgot to put them on. So I do believe in part in some of this. Let me finish reading this so I read the whole thing, so the whole thing's out there for him. Grandma flashlight video. Grandma exposes it in the, I believe the rinsing off the dog scent. That might be enough to trigger that.
Rinsing off
something seemingly looking like garbage that they pulled out of that retaining pond.
That rinsing off, you know where she's getting that. I reviewed that. She's getting that from that 111 True Crime that said that they put the shoes in a bag and then in a Ziploc bag. And then Kathy Bowersox took them back to Katie. And then Kathy Bowersox went to the construction site to the retention pond and rinsed out the baggie and then threw the baggie in the dumpster. But that's what put the scent in the retention pond. Them Kathy Bowersox now did all this running around, but never got seen doing anything. And she walked too, according to 111 True Crime. But that's what Betty in her chat's referring to now. Yeah, okay. But the scent at the construction site was there because Kathy Bowersox rinsed out the Ziploc baggie that had the shoes in it that she just walked back and took back to Katie. And then she came back there to rinse out the bag and throw it in the dumpster. Yeah, okay. Crazy.
Like a plastic bag may have been what set the dog into that pond, but they didn't know it. I don't know. It's interesting. Thank you, Bigger, for participating. I appreciate it. You always have a good thought process. I like the way your brain works. I feel like this is much simpler. I went ahead and read his as well.
Could it be just as simple as the child ran away and maybe he did go out to meet somebody, but not a family member? Could it be that simple, Betty?
So this is from J.E. Not to mention my friend made to walk a flashlight. She said her son said it looked like an adult and a younger person with a flashlight went to Clue.
I need lots of solutions. See,
that's what Betty sounds like.
Only gave 500 people to lie. I don't know if Chris will pay people to lie. I believe he is paying people to lie. I don't know.
He's paying people.
I can tell you that he only gave one $500 donation and it went to.
Okay, wait a minute. So now Chris is paying people to lie. Where do you think they got all this money laying around, Betty? They work for what they have. They actually have real jobs, Betty. That's why they can afford that mortgage. They're not rich. But show me some evidence where he's paying people to lie.
To Clue. It was for billboards, of course.
$500 is a lot. Where was Seth's donation to any of the billboards? What was his donation? And he raised funds. They didn't do GoFundMes and Cash Apps begging for money. They actually have refused any kind of help. They paid that out of their own pockets. What amount has Seth given out of all the money raised? Zero.
Of course.
What have you given, Betty, towards the billboards or anything else? Zero.
This is the first part of that. I'll read this one, and this is probably, and then I'll
She
go.
can't handle the real facts. That was a fact. That, hey, J-Dob, that they have participated. She glossed over that real quick with an attitude.
Read some chat questions. I strongly feel Chris Proudfoot was in Sebastian's room that night. I also feel Chris moved Sebastian's body
there.
at least twice. When Chris approached Seth with the threatening behavior with his leg between Seth's legs, saying we wanted to work with Seth.
There was no threatening behavior. They were standing there having a conversation. Chris actually stopped because he seen the hood of Seth's truck up and thought Seth might need some help. Nothing threatening about that.
I felt Chris was just pretending. That was Chris's way of getting information out of Seth, and he did. When Seth left the message on
What
Chris's
information could Seth give them when law enforcement won't even talk to him? Are you freaking kidding me?
voicemail informing him about the certified dog to help look for Sebastian. Move. RN moved Sebastian. I think Sebastian was at the construction site, but was moved.
Let's see.
I
can't listen to these people. The stupidity.
And that house, after Katie left, it would have been closed off, no entry, off limits until police went in to investigate, do forensics in Sebastian's room, as well as parts of the other parts of the house, including the garage, vehicles there and camper, Seth and other items. They have not given it back, which is not good.
No, Seth is the only one who's still bitching about not getting electronics back. Katie and Chris have gotten all their stuff back. Just saying.
TBI are friends with Chris and his mom, etc. I don't think TBI is, but definitely Hendersonville police and some Sumner County. This case have really fallen through the cracks. I go along to get along.
This case has not fallen through the cracks. This case has gotten more attention than any other case right now. When there's 42 other children missing that could use some attention.
Gang is real. So is hush money. I'm sorry to say. Thank you for all you do. God bless and protect, etc. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. But you guys got the, we definitely know that this 17-hour disappearing act means something. I don't know what it means just yet. We know it's definitely nefarious. I mean, we have an idea what it means. Don't get me wrong. We have an idea of what it means, but we don't know what it means. We don't have anything guiding us. Is this just him disposing of evidence? Could he have just went there and just like, I can't deal with it anymore. I need to sleep. We don't know. We don't know. We've got to work through it. We don't have enough information. We got a lot of stuff that we need to close up. What we did find out.
You don't have the information, and you're wrong. You have no information, no evidence of any kind that any parent did anything.
Out is, we went from having literally no information about this case to having a whole host of information about
You don't have a whole host of information, Betty. Stop it.
Case in a very short amount of time. This case for social media has broken open a little bit, and it's really showing us that Chris and Katie have been lying to us from the beginning. Their story hasn't been right. We've known their story.
Okay, where have they show us? You say it 10 times a freaking day in 10 of your lives. You regurgitate the same shit. Show us where they have lied. Because you saying it don't make it so. Haven't you learned that from going to court? Even the judges tried to tell you that, and you still did exactly what the judge told you not to do.
Been right. We still believe that they were going to try to tell us the truth, or at least something. Their story is a freaking lie. It was set up to hide a crime. It was set up to hide a crime.
Okay, where's your proof of that, Betty? Where is your concrete? Show me the evidence.
Katie was the only one in the house with her son. Her son disappeared. He did not walk out the front door. If he had walked out the front door, the neighbors would have captured it on their Ring doorbell camera. The only Ring doorbell camera.
That's true. That's not true. That is totally not true. They are motion activated, a lot of them. But that's just not true.
Footage that anything was captured on that night was.
And there may be. We don't know what law enforcement has. And they are not going to tell you. But evidently, there's not enough evidence to charge anybody with anything. Or they'd have been charged by now.
People with flashlights going to an unidentified car or vehicle. I'm going to say vehicle because I think it's an SUV, which I call my SUV a car. I used to call it a truck, and everybody's like, it's not a truck, it's a car. And I'm like, no, it's not a car, it's an SUV. It's
Exactly,
something, but
Marcy.
it's
I've done
definitely,
it too.
I call it a truck. I used to call it a truck. Now I call it a car. So it's an SUV. It looks like an SUV. You can see the glaze on the back window indicating it's an SUV. Whatever's parked there is an SUV parked there, and it's not a small SUV. It's a larger SUV body that's parked in that spot there, and it's not a small SUV indicating it's an SUV, but it's definitely a car. I used to call it a modified car.
Okay.
Or vehicle.
She's still butthurt over Justin calling her out. Watch.
Say vehicle because I think it's an SUV, which I call my SUV a car. I used to call it a truck, and everybody's like, it's not a truck, it's a car. And I'm like, no, it's not a car, it's an SUV. It's something, but it's definitely, I call it a truck. I used to call it a truck. Now I call it a car. So it's an SUV. It looks like an SUV. You can see the glaze on the back window indicating it's an SUV. Whatever's parked there is an SUV parked there, and it's not a small SUV. It's a larger SUV body that's parked in that spot. While we can't make it out conclusively, it has a lot of identifying marks with a little bit of lighting we did have. And those identifying marks happen to match the back end of an Infiniti.
They do not. They do not.
The SUV perfectly, like a glove. Like, yeah.
They do not. You've been debunked again, and you know it because you just did this live 4 hours ago. Is that your cojones for going at Justin? As you have none.
You have that going on. Oh, so it looks like it's definitely an Infiniti back. Now, does that mean it's Kathy or Katie's? I don't know.
Oh, but you said it was factual. You said with 100% certainty that it was Katie's or Kathy's.
In the house, excuse me. In that house, after Katie left, it would have been closed. No entry, until the forensic came in, as well as other parts of the house, including the camper and garage. Did I read the rest of it? TBI, our friends. Yeah, I read that. Get along, gang. So I did read all of this. Okay, well, thank you so much for participating in that.
I don't care what you're doing. You need to stop and listen to this interview.
This interview left me.
Stop and listen, Betty.
And I think that's just about it. That's really all I have for right now. Don't yawn, Betty. Yawns are contagious. I yawned. Oh, I yawn all the time. And you're making me yawn now.
Do you realize that yawning has nothing to do with you being tired, right? You yawn because you're low on oxygen. You do understand that, right? Okay.
Why did you do that? Has anyone here seen the first interview where KP nudged CP with her elbow? Yes. We need to go back and review that. We will. We will next week.
Of course you will.
I got 4 days to fill up with content next week. So we'll go back and review some of the stuff. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to go. We're going to come back later this afternoon with a live from the computer where I can open up the phone lines. I'm going to try to open up the phone, see how it all works out. But I will be dropping a video. It's a little over an hour, and we'll premiere that.
Now, she says we're going to go, but she's going to talk for another 20 minutes.
And what time is it? It is 8:30. So we'll premiere that at probably 10. Working on all my channels today. So if you guys aren't over on my Facebook, if you're not over them up, we're going to be getting out. Oh, I see. I got a super something here. Aw. So it's Phil. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Phil. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, Phil. Everybody,
so
thank
we'll
Phil.
Be coming back today and bring popcorn. Yeah. I expect I'm going to be getting a good idea of what's. Don't leave too yet. Don't leave yet. Madeline Soto disappeared on the same day that Sebastian Rogers did. And she was found like on March 1st.
Okay.
Sebastian Rogers.
You're talking about two totally different cases, Betty. Two totally different. They couldn't be further apart.
Hasn't been found. Her mom's boyfriend is about 1,000 pages. There was a major doc dump yesterday or the day before, and it was almost 1,000 pages. And some of this stuff was pretty alarming to say. But Madeline was first reported missing on the morning of February 26th after life was accurate. So it is homicide by strangulation. Homicide by strangulation. And if you guys recall, I told you that it would most likely be strangulation. It would most likely be something that did not produce blood. And the only thing, or a loud noise, and the only thing that I could figure out that wouldn't produce blood or a loud noise is strangulation. So she did lose her life that way. She didn't make it to school that morning. Investigators determined, however, rural Osceola County on March 4th, nearly 2 months after the prosecutors. The new documents obtained by Fox 35 reveal how close Madeline and Stearns were and other potential heard I'll tell you something else I heard. Stefan told detectives that Madeline was Stearns is the predator and prey to, right? And I believe for Soto because I didn't believe a mom could do this, and I wanted to be sure because she.
Oh yeah, she stuck up
told her
for
daughter
them.
that when she turns 18, she's going to.
She stuck up for the mom, big time.
I kind of went to bat for Jennifer Soto because I didn't believe a mom could do this, and I wanted to be sure because she lost her daughter, right? And I believe Stefan Stearns.
What do you mean you couldn't believe a mother could do this? You call yourself true crime, Betty? You've done how many kids' cases, Betty? How many victims have you attacked and gripped it off of? Stop.
The predator and preyed upon her mother. I no longer believe that. I no longer believe that. I think that there is enough supporting information here.
Never believed it to begin with.
These cases, I've got to know because I've talked to enough survivors of HT as well as ST. And, that really identifies the grooming process for me. And so I understand that a little more than maybe people that just read about it because I heard, I've talked to many survivors. We've hosted a survivor at one of our public meetings, when we were raising money for a cause in Manatee County. And so
you didn't do anything.
And I understand that these kids, they don't, one of two things happen. They think it's normal. They're raised that it's normal and they don't talk about it because you just don't talk about that. But, everybody else is doing it. So they don't know it's wrong. So if they don't know it's wrong, they're not, they're not thinking anything about it. And
I got a question for you. For the folks at home who don't know about campus yet, tell them how you describe.
It seemed to me that Stefan had carried a weapon with him at all times. It sounds like that's got to be terrifying for a little girl, terrifying for a little girl that's probably seen him brandish it, to himself.
Betty, this is one case. This is one story. I really wish you'd leave alone. I really do. You don't need to inflate the details and add things to make this any more gruesome than it already is. But you will. Because that's you.
Or to her own mother. And I have to think that there was a lot of contention in this household. And it sounds to me like a lot of people, like my mom, she was wanting to smack me upside the head and saying, the mom knows, the mom knows, the mom knows. But I'm sorry. There's just a piece of me that wanted to be sure before I went after a mother of a child of this type of crime. I'm sorry.
Oh, what? But you have no problem going after Katie Proudfoot with no evidence, no proof. But there's always been stuff with this one. Okay? And they are two completely different cases. But you have no problem with going after other innocent parents. Gotcha.
You're going to, just like when I go after a parent, you have to prove to me that this is the right parent, right?
Betty, you don't have any proof.
Just like that, you got to prove, I have to be cautious because this is a mom. I didn't want a situation like a Seth Rogers situation happening. So I was very ultra cautious. When it comes to girls and it comes to predators, I'm very cautious because I know how manipulative these predators are and how manipulative they are with the parents and how they will convince them. And then you add mental illness for the female and he has a way of just mind effing her. And so I was wondering if it's that, but when you hear a mother tell her own daughter that's only 13 and just turned 13 that she can't wait until she's 18 to disown her. Yeah. Now you got my attention. Now you've got my attention. So Jen is, I don't know why she's not in jail at this point, if she allowed this to happen. And it sounds like she allowed them. I don't understand how to think of it any other way. Was she like Katie's mom, Katie Proudfoot's mom? I mean, now I want to ask the questions. Now that I have what I need to make my decision, now I have lots and lots of questions. Lots and lots of questions. She might have been part of the lion's den, is what I'm saying. She might have blamed her daughter. A lot of women in here were saying that she would blame her daughter. And I was like, I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it. I surely did not. But you know what? The bottom line is I wanted to make sure for myself before I attack a mother of a child that has been treated like this And I wanted, even when I was looking at this and looking, I could find negligence. We were building it. I'm still not going to attack this woman because she made a few mistakes and something like this happened.
A few mistakes? What? Are you kidding me? You don't have nothing to say to this mother whose child was brutally murdered, who had been messed with for years and was aware of it, but you're going to attack an innocent mom because her 15-year-old son ran away. Wow.
But now that we have more information, like almost 1,000 pages, now I want to know why those 1,000 pages were released without handcuffs on Jennifer Soto. Just saying. She absolutely put her daughter in harm's way. People are now actually talking about whether or not Maddie is pregnant or was pregnant at the time of her death. I know it was brought up before, but it makes you just wonder. Did this happen inside the house, and how much does Jen know? I want to know now. I heard she was meeting with Jose Baez. That was, and it was concerning. But you know what? As soon as she handed those ashes over to Tyler, the father, and she had to do it through an attorney, I knew she was going to be going to jail. And I even said that. I said that in a live on the case that
I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
I think that she's going to be going to jail, and she knows she's going to be going to jail. See, everybody thinks that law enforcement just sneak. When they're doing an investigation, they keep you fully apprised, and they usually keep you apprised if you're cooperating and don't and you're not going to be in fear of them, you running or something. They will even tell you that you should expect charges coming. They'll say it just like that. Some of these cases they may not, but I've heard cops tell people, myself with my own ears, we're investigating this, but I can guarantee by the time we're done with this, there's going to be charges. So you might want to get an attorney, So I don't know. I've heard him say it myself. So I don't know if that's what's going on here or not, but she should, in my opinion, but if they keep her out of jail, there's one of two things happening, even if they feel they have enough to charge her. Maybe three things that could be happening. They're trying to work on a plea deal with her.
I started the program in this condition, 232 pounds. Here I am today, 90.
They don't need her to go after Stephen and the DP, which they are doing.
Out while they work on this plea deal, as long as she's being truthful and forthcoming, because nobody really wants to throw a mom in jail.
I'm doing good.
If she didn't have anything to do with it, okay. If she was just a neglecting mom, overlooking mom. I don't know that because my stepdaughter, not my stepdaughter, not the one that lived with me, but her son's kids. But he raised them. But Jessica, she was fighting on the phone with her. Well, you know what? I won't tell the story. I won't tell the story right now. It's a long story, but she made an accident. She loved her kids. She's never hurt her kids. She's never abused her child. Something happened, and she ended up going to jail for it because of her mistake, because she should have been paying attention and she was not. And she had to do, I think, like 2 years, and they gave her a light sentence because she was so remorseful. But she ended up having 2 years, and I think it was 5 or 10 year probation she was required to stay on for that. And so it was very sad. It was truly an accident, but she had to pay the price for her mistake. It was her mistake, and somebody got hurt really bad because of it. So she had to pay for that. And so does Jen, so does Jen. Her daughter was hurt bravely. Her daughter doesn't get to see tomorrow. Her daughter was abused from the age of 8 years old. Like, how does a poor little body even handle something like that at such a small...
I was under the understanding it was like from 10 or 11, but don't make it any better.
And tender age of 8. It turns my stomach sick. And the people
but yet you defended her. Tooth and nail, you defended her.
About it are disgusting. There's something wrong with them. There's something seriously wrong out on February 26th. I wish Sebastian Rogers' case was as far along as the Madeline Soto case, but
they're different cases, Betty. Completely different cases.
It's going to keep fighting with it and fighting at it and keep searching. The good news is it's hunting season. I hear hunting season is starting up, and we can pray to God and all the hunters that are going to be in the woods of Tennessee, all across the state this year for the hunting season. Please, as you're hunting and you're being careful, if you see any ground that is loose, anything that looks like it's a burial site, anything that's out of place, this will be, in my opinion, in some dense brush. because Chris's arms are all scratched up. Unless he
Eddie, that didn't happen till a week after, and that was from the dogs. Trimming the dog's nails. Stop misleading your audience.
had to go through thick brush to get to the construction site.
Come on, even Spanky Boys done called you out, Bullhorn Strangler, and told you not to be telling people stuff.
No. And when did those, I'd like to know whether you had those scratches on him before or after Sebastian.
It was after, but you won't listen to what's said because you have tunnel vision. You're not capable. It's been out here. You refuse to accept it.
Appearance. Oh, we know it's after Sebastian's disappearance, but you know what I mean. All right, guys, I'm tired. Oh, baby girl's mom knew. I know you guys were telling me, but you know me. I just, if I were to attack a mother of a deceased child and she was a victim.
You've done just that.
Anything besides smoke?
3 minutes of this video left.
I would never.
Guys, my husband's been home from work 2 days now. It's driving me crazy. He's sick. He's driving me insane. I thought I could get an early live in since he's here with the kiddos, but I think he's first coming to the door than the kids. He's lucky I love him. I might have to ship him to Bullhorn. He just come out and said, "Can you get the kids pizza? I don't want to go to the store. I want to just lay back down." I'm like, "Do I look like Wells Fargo Bank?" He doesn't understand. Last I checked, wasn't my address.
But other channel creators can do that without backlash. But if it's here on this channel,
You attack victims and the families every day. Remember how butthurt you got because one of the Idaho 4 victims' parents did not want to attend the trial, which is their right, not yours.
will be torn apart because of the animals out here on these streets.
Oh.
Now I have justification to take a semi truck and ram it through her freaking nose.
Oh.
So there's that. But I had to be sure before I did. I do. We'll see what we come up with. We need to find her.
You just don't have a choice right now with what law enforcement, or what the prosecution, what everybody's been releasing about these people. You really don't have a choice. It's not because you wanted to, Betty.
Loose in the community. She's loose in the community. Anybody that sees Jennifer Soto out in Kissimmee, Orange County or Osceola County, please.
Statement of Harris. What are you talking about? The statements of the Harris on Twitter. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, there's she is not talking about the Layla and Holland snap. What the developments there? Apparently, there's a post. I may even have it. I did have it. I'll see if I still have it and I'll show you. But she's not going to use it and talk about it. Caleb Harris. No, I didn't. KCG. I didn't see it. You can send it to me. There was some discovery made with Holland Snap, and it doesn't fit Betty's narratives with the two girls. So she won't even mention it. She won't even talk about it.
Let me know where she's at. If you know where she's staying, let me know where she's staying. This is only a couple hours from me. I've been aching to get out. I'd like to run into the lady, just ask her a few questions. See if she'll be willing to talk to me maybe. Just saying. Would love to have a
run,
chat.
lady.
All right, guys. I love you. God bless. See you probably later this afternoon. I'll be dropping this video. We'll premiere it. What time is it now? Burger. It's going to be a couple hours. I'm thinking around 11. I'll drop maybe 3, and then we'll do another one about 8. We'll probably do one over on crime stories right after the drop of the video. So after 11, it's going to be a little over an hour. So a little afternoon will be on.
Oh my God. She goes live so many times a day. And what she does is she puts the same content on every channel. Every channel. I'll show you. It's insane. It's insane. How she doesn't get hit for reused content is beyond me. Now, she just did one 14 minutes ago. And she just, now the one we just watched, where she went over emails, she's doing it again. But anyway, she just did one real life with Bullhornbetty. Oh my God, I got to see this. I got to see this. Y'all want to see what real life with Bullhornbetty's all about? We'll give a quick load, not much, but a quick one, because I've been on here long enough.
Okay. Real life with Bullhornbetty. Real life with Bullhornbetty. Anyways,
Yikes.
We are, as many of you know, I'm cooking because I just did a show and I said I was cooking.
Oh, I don't want to watch her cook.
Actually, let me clean up my mess.
I really don't want to watch her cook. I don't care about.
It's because they got lawyer's advice. I do believe that because I know Katie and Chris. It's my little escape when I get to read the emails because I'm always in Google and everything else searching and in Facebook and on social media just seeing what everybody's saying. You know, Katie and Chris locked their channels down for whatever reason, and I really do believe.
Yeah, I don't know how she don't get caught.
Lawyer's advice. I do believe that because I know for a fact that we had messages, we had people watching, and they saw attorneys going in and out of their house for like a solid week.
Look, I'm not going to review your cooking because I really don't care. I'm no chef, so I can't comment on no one's cooking. I just don't use gray meat. But listen, I had very long hair. When I was cooking, my hair would be up out of my face. Girl, put your hair back. Nobody wants no hair in their damn food. You can't be touching your hair and touching the food. That's gross. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to review your cooking now. Because like I said, I don't have no right to talk on no one's cooking. I ain't no damn chef. I can do pretty good when I want to, but I'm no chef.
Track after a week, so I don't know if it persisted after that, but they definitely had an attorney inside their home after Sebastian disappeared. And some people are saying it's about, you know, faith and all this other stuff. And I'm not sure that that's accurate because I don't know of divorce or custody attorneys that typically go to your home. I just, you know, I'm sorry, I just don't know. Now, when you don't want to go to a criminal defense attorney's office, you know, or have the stigma of somebody seeing you pulling in that parking lot, especially when everybody's eyeballing you, you would most likely be met at your home by a criminal defense attorney. You know, I'm just saying. I've seen, you know, like accident attorneys go to their patient or go to their clients. I've seen criminal attorneys go to their client. But it's very rare I ever see a divorce attorney go to their client because it's crazy. But when I went to, there was an attorney, his name was Mark Lipinski. He's no longer with us anymore. He actually, I think he had a stroke. He had a couple strokes, or maybe he finally had a heart attack. I can't remember. But he was one of the best, like literally the best in this county for criminal defense. And his main concern wasn't the drug dealers. It wasn't the murderers. It wasn't those people. You know, his biggest concern was his divorce clients and their spouses. That was by far his absolute biggest concern. We heard about that. Remember, what was it? It was like, oh geez, last year, where the doctor, well, I guess it wasn't a divorce thing. That was a business thing. I was going to say the doctor went and it was a business thing. It was related to, it was a plastic surgeon that felt like his reputation was being ruined by his office, and so he was suing and yada yada yada. And next thing you know, oh yeah, this is really thick now. Oh, this is exactly what you want it to look like right here.
All right, I don't want to review her cooking.
Sorbate and sodium. I could probably do a third one. You know what? Actually, let me set these up so I can do a third one. As a matter of fact. Okay, we want a lip. We got a lip there. We have enough of a lip over here. I think we have enough of a lip over here too. Ooh, I think I might be able to get my third one. Hold on, guys. I'm working it. Let's see if I can get the third one in. Let's see if I got enough for a third. Because I know I have enough. All right, let's see what we got here. I need to roll it out. I'll have enough. So what if you guys want to see what I'm doing? What I'm doing is I'm working with my pots here. Working with my pots here, trying to line them up so I can cut the tops out. And so what it's doing is I got it. I just don't got it. Like one's going to be a little, so I think I might just do two and roll one out. That's what I'll do. Now I got to remember which ones. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, there. So it's these two. So I'm just going to cut these out, and I just use a paring knife. Just something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I don't do anything perfect. I don't try to be perfect. We try to make sure it's at least good.
I don't want to listen to her cooking. Come on.
Just going to give it a nice
Well,
shiny.
maybe she's not going to be giving us nothing exciting today. She does so many damn lives a day. I can't watch people eat.
Don't get me wrong, I love Mike, but he did go to the most bougie freaking cooking school and literally traveled all over the country for his courses. Like he had to go be taught French cooking in France. Like, like he's a very worldly guy, you know. Even now, he's the one I talk about that does the mega yachts. He's the chef on the mega yachts, and he wines and dines princes and you know, not even just celebrities. I mean, he has people. Some of these people I've never heard about in my life, but when you go and look them up, like their net worth is like $15 billion. I was like, holy crap, you know? And so he was on the ships. He really loves, because he's a water guy, you know, he went, I don't remember, he had something going on with him. And then he ended up going, my aunt and uncle sold everything. They wanted to live on the water. That was their dream, is to get a huge sailboat and travel the world. And so, you know, they had recently retired. They had the time, you know, they decided to work. It's really cool.
All right, Betty, you're boring today.
You know,
no rant today.
talk to me. I've been able to get a few law enforcement to talk to me, but definitely not on the record like we used to have. Like we used to be able to go into Moab Police Department and walk in there with cameras and they would talk with us, you know? And so that's stuff that, you know, that you guys, that these hate channels has taken away from you, because they would never have the balls to do stuff that I do. And so
Betty, I would never want to do the stuff that you do, because I could never be comfortable with attacking innocent parents. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
The people that support those channels, if you're here wanting to watch the stuff we're doing and they're trying to destroy everything that we're doing, you're giving them the ability to do that. We're out here really trying to work. I mean, it's not just me. I mean, there's several people, whether I care for their personality.
What work? What exactly are you doing besides sitting in front of a computer and slamming the parents 10 times a freaking day on multiple platforms at the same time? Okay.
Or not, there's several people out there.
That's not work.
The type of work that I do. I'm not by myself. But still, you know, I just think the hate just has got to go. And all it is jealousy.
You know what? I was looking at clips to show clips, looking at, you know, getting my clips together for doing the parts of the lawsuit I'm doing with you guys. And 3 years ago, Betty was saying the same exact thing she's sitting here saying right now about the haters and everything else, and how she's not the drama. And yeah, it's like a broken record.
They're all women. They're all women sitting at home in somewhere that won't even show their face. Like how ugly do you have to be?
I show my face when I'm not lazy and actually put some makeup on. And I'll be showing my face later when I do your lawsuit. But I have to put my thing in, so you guys will know that I have to put that splint back in my mouth. I'm catching hell for not wearing it. It was hurting so bad I took it out and haven't put it back in. I gotta put it back in. I hate wearing that thing now.
Not to even show your face. Like everybody knows who you are.
Because I have some self-respect. I know my hair's not done. I know I don't have no makeup on. So I'm not going to present myself that way. Sorry. I just don't. I have a little self-respect. I care about what I look like. You know, when I cam up or go outside, you know. Hell, I used to do my hair and makeup to go fishing when I was younger because I was stupid then. But yeah.
Means that you're unkept. Like even when I'm unkept, like right now, I've taken a shower, brushed my teeth. I'm kept, but I don't look. I'm not dolled up, you know. But I don't care.
We know.
I'm not giving you guys an emoji to look at.
Okay.
I'd rather you guys look at my hot mess kitchen than make you guys look at it, not show you no respect. Oh, that one's kind of boiled over. That kind of sucks a little bit, but these are good. These are good. These are good.
Oh, and Betty, you don't have a high tight ass. I have to tell you, you made a big deal about your high tight ass. You don't have a high tight ass. You don't have a nice rounded booty like you claim. Betty, please.
Mine looks better than his, but he's not picky. That's mine. That's his. His boiled over. Maybe I put a little too much on his. Oh well, he'll enjoy it. He'll enjoy it.
Yikes. Okay, don't care about the food.
Just FYI. Just that I throw hair to my ex-husband. I do amazing drywall work.
Okay, now you do amazing drywall work too. Okay.
And if you're a drywaller, you know the drywall trade. I like 5 and 10 minute mud. Okay, that's if I'm doing repairs, I like 5 and 10 minute mud. 5 and 10 minute mud's hard to use. Period. You got to get that stuff slapped up on the wall and know what the hell you're doing to use a 5 or 10 minute mud. 10 minute mud, you know, I have a larger thing, but I like 5 minute mud. Even if I know I may just get it a little bit more liquidy to last it if I don't know if it's going to work, you know. But I when I mix because I use powder drywall, so I mix my own mud. I mix my own mud. I have all the stuff to do that, but I just usually have a little pan and I just mix it right up in the pan. You know, I know what consistency it needs to be, but that's me, Jackie of all trade. You did a great job installing fan. Mini fruit cobblers. Oh yeah, I'm sitting here talking to you, right? So I'm just playing with it. It's actually kind of therapeutic. We won't tell nobody. And so while I was playing with it, I'm like, you know, this looks like one of those little from McLovin.
Oh, was she gonna make fun of burnt toast?
2 young girls. Hard to use. Period. You got to get that stuff slapped up. Even though I mix my own mud, to usually have a little thing. Jackie of all trade. Hey, how cool. What do you call those? They're like mini. And I was playing with it while I was sitting here talking to you, right? So I'm just playing with it. It's actually kind of therapeutic. We won't tell nobody. And so while I was playing with it, I'm like, you know, this looks like one of those little toasters, those toaster strudels. There it is, the toaster strudels, right? This almost looks like the toaster strudel. And I'm like looking at it and I'm like, wait a minute. I bet you I actually took my my paring knife and slit it. I closed the slit up, but you can see I slit it. Just to see if it'd make a pocket. It made a pocket. And of course, you know me. I'm looking over here. I'm looking at the dough. I'm looking over here, looking at the dough, looking over here, looking at the dough and saying, It looks like this needs to be in here. I'm just saying. Oh, good Lord. Betty, please check your emails. Okay. Well, I can't. Let me go grab my other phone. Sorry. My britches, it's funny because my britches are so big. These are I wore these the other day and my best friend said, can you get any baggier of a britch? And I'm like, are they really that baggy on me? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, they're comfy. I like baggy, right? I got a bag. I got a bag for days. All right, let's see what we got going on in the emails. Oh, wow, we got a lot of. All right, McLovin. 2 young girls missing. Found brutally murdered. Susie Anna in the chat. Authorities are June 13th morning. According to E as in girl, M as in Mary, L as in.
All right, I think that's it for Betty. She's not going to say nothing exciting. I can't believe she edited.
The last one we had was the lady down in Hillsborough, and her son was found in a gator's mouth. You know, we saw the one in Michigan, you know, that, what was his name? Tyrese? I can't remember his name in Michigan. And, you know, that little girl, I remember her name was Smith. That was her name, Winter Smith. And he took a phone call. She was so gorgeous. So, you know,
I
these
ordered
types
it.
of cases are never
It's paid
good.
for.
Can go back to my video and just click that portion about
All
these
right.
2 girls. That's just really sad. If anybody's in.
Okay. Betty, you were disappointing today. I hope you're going to amp it up in one of your other lives. I don't know if I'll catch them. But you were disappointing today. And I can't believe you edited that part out about Justin. It wasn't much. It was just her saying, well, I pulled away from them over there. I'm, you know, I don't do that drama stuff. Oh my gosh. So what do you guys think about Justin calling out Betty? Let's read some of the chat comments. I'm sure you guys were having a blast. I always put my hair up and wash my hands. Yeah, I don't mess with food. Green eggs and gray meat. Yum. Ooh. Hey, Cherokee girl. You're back to the beginning? All right, Darby. Yeah. That would take effort. Dora. Ooh, she done fingered that dough without washing her hands after everything she's done touched. Yeah, and she'll feed it to her neighbor. Hey, Mitten Mama. Hey, Orion. Sorry I missed you guys coming in. Put the dough down and take a bath. She is a jack of all trades and master of none. Yep. Yeah, I could say a lot with that, but I left it alone. The Lord helps those that help themselves. Stop grifting and then bless the Lord, you hypocrite. Yeah. The more things she claims to be an expert at, the more she proves that she's an expert at none. Yeah. Hey, Daisy. The bleach is killing her hair. It looks dead. Yeah, she done that bucket of bleach that she always had on her desk. Yeah, that stuff done ruined her hair. I'll bet I can drywall better than her. Yeah, she can. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I can't. Betty hears something or will Google something and read the bold print only. She doesn't bother to click and read. She just reads the very bold. And that's her knowledge. You know, she's a body language expert because she read the prefix to a book, 1 page. That made her an expert. She's an expert in everything. Bea couldn't fix her car. Her mechanic down there to $4,000 worth. Maybe it's time to revisit her sizzle reel for the Hills on the Ground TV show. Her, Molly, and House of Williams did. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I being having long hair, I put my hair up. Yeah, supposedly he did get let go by the I wouldn't eat anything this lady is making. I'm so weird about my food. No way. You can look at this chick and see the germs. Yeah, I'm very finicky about. Yeah. I need to know, and that's why, and I'm not a big restaurant eater because I've worked in a restaurant. I'm not restaurant material. That's hard work, and God bless the people that do it because I don't have the patience to do it. And granted, it was just a little pizza shop, but I threw that freaking pizza right on that dude's goddamn lap. I sure did, and I'd do it all over again. People are rude and ignorant and nasty, and I was only working through a semester of school just for some extra money. So yeah, people and besides, I've seen what people do when they're mad at somebody or they don't like a customer. Oh, see, my 8.5-year-old cook better, but like I said, I'm not a chef, so I can't. Even though I want to, I'll leave her alone. I got to, man, I'll tell you what. The other night, these TikTok people are crazy. The other night, I got some of it, but it's really vulgar, and I will get in trouble with YouTube. The things just alleged or supposed 50-year-old attorney who's now everybody's attorney on TikTok. And now they've inflated his career that he was some big-time DA. Yeah, shit. Bullshit, all right? I don't need, like I said, I doubt he's an attorney. And if he is, it's at the bottom of the barrel, cracker jack box kind of stuff. Because there's no reputable attorney going to get on a live and say the vile, nasty things he was saying about Queen and JLR and Savage. It's crazy. Yeah, Michelle, you got that right. They're grown-ups, but they don't know they're grown-ups. Their mentality is... I know. I don't know why. KCG, I guess I just haven't muted it. You took it off the bingo card. Oh. No, I agree. An attorney would understand what he is opening himself up for. Yeah. I mean, he said some of the nastiest stuff said was out of his mouth. His name is Delta on there. Out of his mouth. And that supposed retired canine cop. They had to file miles. It was insane. But last night they were talking ish. And I have it. I have some of it because it took them 2 hours to figure out that, hey, I'm not, one of you. And I didn't comment, but on TikTok, you don't even have to be a part of the live for them to see you're watching them. But they said they, of course, were showing JLR's mugshots and Queen's. And then they started showing pictures of Savage and talking ish about her. These people really think there's something. I mean, that Cajun, she thinks she is the end all be all, and everybody better shape up or she's going to get them. Lady, you're going to get your ass in a lot of legal trouble. And guess what? TikTok's not going to support your ass. And neither is none of them people that you kept blocking all night because you too stupid to understand people were there to watch you. And this Delta's not going to be able to get you out of it. Because if he's a true attorney, he's a really bad one because he sat there and defamed and slandered the hell out of people. I mean, he said some really nasty, vile things. And people wouldn't make it on YouTube. They don't have no ethics, no morals. Hey, Wise Angel, nothing. They'd never make it over here. But I'm going to come back live tonight probably after Burnt Toast. And I will, that way I can go through the recordings from last night because there's some things I'm not going to play because YouTube will I'm not going to get shut down because of these assholes. They're not worth it. But I just want to make sure, and I'll play everything that I can, but I will not show anybody's pictures. So I'll probably have a screen up. And you'll just be hearing the audio when they are showing the pictures because that's just not my cup of tea to do. But we will review the TikTok stuff tonight and we will pick up where we left off with the lawsuit and showing you the clips of what really happened. We'll go with what Betty's put in the lawsuit and then I'll show you what really happened like I did with the first part. She's so jealous of JLR. Yeah. She's jealous of anybody, and there's no reason to be jealous. Do your thing. Heck, I think it's great when somebody's making it on here, and they're getting views, and they're doing good, and they're getting subscribers. That's awesome. There's no reason to be. There's plenty of subs out here. You want to see this shit? It's you want to see this shit? It's garbage. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna hear some things because I'm not gonna edit it all out now. Because then I just don't want to show the pictures And there was a couple words he used that I'll probably bleep out because they're really bad. But I mean, they went down dirty. I'm not kidding. They went down dirty. I think it's funny he won't say her name. It's killing her. It is. It is. It really is. And those women, those people over there, they stay live for 8 to 10 hours at a time, sometimes 12 to 13 hours. And they'll sit there for an hour and nobody will say a word. I'm like, what? They don't share content. I'm not sure what they do. Yeah, I haven't really jumped into that case too deep, but I'll look at it, KCG. I got to go back and catch up on Karen Reed today. I just had things to do this morning and with the kids, and I couldn't do it. And with the hubby homesick, so I couldn't. I felt bad. I didn't go into Twisted's and go up on panel. I really like Twisted Tea. She's a good person. Hey, Gma. But yeah, I got to catch up on that too, so I can. But yeah, I will definitely be back tonight later. And like I said, if nothing else, we'll go over the TikTok stuff. If it gets to be too late, we'll go over the TikTok stuff and pick up the lawsuit tomorrow. But I do want to go over the TikTok stuff because I have quite a few things that haven't been shown yet. With Tony and his crew. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me so long. I really appreciate you. Thank you, mods, so much for giving me all your time. Thank you for the supers. Thank you for all the memberships. Welcome new members. You got any ideas or anything you want to talk about? Put it in the comments section. Let me know what you think. You can email me. It's on my channel. But yeah, if you haven't hit that like on your way out. Sub up if you're not subbed up. And I'll see you guys tonight around 10 o'clock, around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Till then, enjoy the YouTube streets. Bye, everyone.